theist about God. If you are a theist who thinks that they can demonstrate the existence of their God in some meaningful way, I'd love to talk to that person. That's why I set up this room. Otherwise, we can talk about whatever the hell we want. I don't really care.
Can I tell a joke?
We
No,
have a new speaker,
maybe.
a
Oh
new
no,
person in
no.
speaker panel, Kedus. So please go ahead.
Joke later. Joke later.
Yeah, we heard enough of you, Classic. Sit down in your little chair.
Oh, you don't need to be that way though. See,
What's the spell for disappearing in Hogwarts?
You just triggered. All right, the new speaker. Shh, go ahead. Unless you don't want to, I don't care.
Hi guys,
Hello.
I always enjoy to be in the room with this type of titles.
Can I ask a single favor? While you're speaking, do not chew or eat, please.
Let the
Or
man munch, Donald. Come on, let a man snack.
It's just the crunchy bag is getting to me. I don't
Is
care.
that a religious order?
I asked it as a favor, which is what I said
No
in the
problem, no
beginning.
problem. No problem, just come with some humor, no problem. Relax, chill.
What you snacking on, bro? What you eating?
I'm always interested to listen rooms with this type of intention, what I think is a beautiful ambition. And it's always interesting to see different persons come from different spaces with so much certitude of them positions without measuring how fragile and limited and mortal we are as humans, with ambition to embrace the immensity of something we pretend to achieve as understanding. So I always sit down around, take my popcorn, not really figuratively, I mean, and enjoy the discussion. So I will keep doing that. If you guys have questions, we can talk
Pope,
about.
are you really eating popcorn right now, Pope? Is that what you're really snacking on?
No, actually, I'm doing something what I rarely do. I'm having my hands inside of some, how you call it?
Your mic went really distant, so we couldn't hear you.
Yeah, I turned down my volume because it's hugely loud, and the second I do that, I can barely hear him. Anyway, okay. Moving on to other people. Anybody else in the audience?
Welcome,
Yeah. So it's me again. Okay, so demonstrate that God exists, right? So
That'd be nice.
yeah. I'm gonna demonstrate something, but I hope you get the point, right? So listen very carefully, right? So you have three types of knowledge, right? You have the knowledge.
There's just knowledge.
Okay, bro. Can I?
There's not three types
Let
of.
him finish, Donald. Let him finish.
Yeah, let me
God,
learn,
why do you
bro.
guys do this to me? I just want to have fun, and you guys stop me. I'm sick of it.
Okay, thank you. Thank you for the freedom of speech that you allow me to.
Of course, brother.
Thank you very much. So, listen very carefully, right? So, okay, you have the knowledge of certainty. You have the knowledge of of the of the. Okay, so let me give you a scenario, then you'll understand because I'm talking too much. So imagine yourself, right? Imagine yourself in a house and you are burning. So you are in the house and you are burning. So now you are in the state of certainty. Okay, bro, bro, please.
Who was that? Was that Donald? Did Donald just fucking get the morph or
Michael,
something?
it was Michael.
Okay, cool. Okay, let me land, bro, because I'm going somewhere. I have a flow, right? I have a flow, and everything is connected, right? So please follow me. Then you don't miss the boat. So don't miss the boat, yeah. So you imagine yourself you are in the house, and the house is on fire, and you are on fire. Now you are in the state of certainty because you experience the fire.
Oh my God!
Wait, bro, wait!
I can't listen to this. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I knew
you
it.
spout nonsense. I cannot listen to nonsense.
Bro,
incoherent nonsense. I'm sorry. I can't listen to it.
Donald, you might as well not be in the room then.
Give me freedom. Give me freedom of speech,
Every
bro.
religious person
Why won't you
sounds
guys
like
let
this.
me do what I want to do in my own room? Why won't you assholes let me do what I want to do in my own fucking room?
Bro,
The
control your
point of stopping
impulses,
them, making
bro.
them think about their words, is that they don't. They just sit here and
Dono.
spout what they always spout. They never think
Donald,
about
I
the
can
words that
let
come
Don't
out of their
him
mouth.
finish. Donald, I can let him
Don't.
finish and then like address
But
Remy,
no,
the
that's
yeah.
ineffective. I've been trying that
Give
for
me
30
some.
years.
Give me
That
some.
is ineffective. What I
Do-
do is effective.
I don't think so. I
Donald,
don't think you change
please.
people's minds, Donald.
I don't care
Donald,
about changing
please.
people's. That I.
So
I'm
then
not
what's your
talking.
goal?
Listen,
Okay,
I'm
effective in
trying.
regards to
God
what?
damn it!
Effective
Okay,
in
If
regards
Donald.
I
to
could
what,
get
then,
a
Donald?
fucking sentence out without being interrupted, this would be much easier.
Now you're doing what
Okay,
you're
Holy
complaining
Donald.
about.
fucking
Them complaining
shit!
about doing. Seems a little circular.
Okay, so let me finish then.
No,
Okay, give me.
listen.
Wow. So you
I'm
cannot give me
talking.
the
God
freedom of
damn it!
speech? I was
It's
talking,
my
bro.
fucking room.
You,
Oh my god! Fuck
bro. Don't be
this.
like
You are
this. Don't be a
all
dictator.
fucked.
You're a dictator,
Fucking
bro.
Lord.
Stop. Control your impulses, bro. Control. So
Right, Benny.
okay,
Benny,
so
don't fucking insult him either, right? Like, I think he wasn't acting appropriately, but doesn't mean you need to insult him. Now, Benny, go
okay,
ahead.
cool. Okay, let me go ahead. Okay, thank you very much.
Hold on,
And be
hold on.
safe.
Before, hold on, Benny.
Everybody stops. God damn it. When I say something, I have to get it out or my skin crawls, okay? So interrupting me makes my skin crawl, and I don't like that feeling. This is my fucking room. I want to say something, I get to say it, and then I can let y'all go on for days and days and fucking days of horse shit. But when I want to say something, I get to say it.
I think you might need a bottle.
Yeah, Donald, I mean, like, couldn't he just respond by saying when you interrupt him, it makes his skin crawl, and then therefore he needs to say what he needs to say because he has a flow going? I mean, it doesn't really follow that you have more justification here, right?
It's my fucking room. What difference does it
I mean, that's like the most, like, you know, authoritarian notion to kind of fall back on, right? I mean, just let Benny finish. Like, I could go in and tell him why the notion of knowledge needs to be
But that's-
belief, right? And then we have, like,
that's not the
unjustified
point.
beliefs. And then we have, like, okay, that is
No,
the
no,
point.
that's
Like,
okay.
I'm
That's
doing
okay.
shit.
Benny,
Oh,
if you can
Jesus
hear
Christ, I
me,
still haven't been able
just
to finish
one
my fucking
point.
sentence. Ah! God
Okay.
damn it!
Okay, Donald left, I'm sure. So, Benny, you can continue. However, I would really request you if you do not throw condescending comments, like, control your anger or things like that. Because, in this room, you have talked a lot of bullshit, but we kept letting you go on and on, right? So, you can at least, appreciate that.
Okay,
Anyway,
cool.
please go ahead.
Yeah, cool.
Whatever you want to say, that just don't throw personal insults or personal comments to anyone else.
Okay, cool.
And
Thank you.
please keep your speech in 2 or 3 minutes. Don't go ahead
Tighten
and
it up.
start a monologue.
Okay,
Keep
cool.
it tight.
Cool. Okay, keep it tight. Okay, follow. So imagine yourself, right? You are in a room and the room is on fire, the house is on fire, and you yourself is on fire. So now you are in a state of certainty because you are experiencing the fire. And this is from Islamic perspective, this is the knowledge of certainty, but this is the lowest intelligence. This is the lowest intelligence because you're already on fire. You already experience certainty. That's not really intelligent. And then, okay, now reverse back the time. So we reverse back the time. Now you are walking to your house, and now you see in the house on fire. So you're not on fire yet, but you see in your house is on fire. Now this is the knowledge of the scene of seeing things. That's the knowledge of this seeing, and that is the second. That is one step higher intelligence because you're
I got a
seeing
problem
things.
already.
Wait, bro, let me flow, bro. There's a puzzle. You need to know the puzzle. Please mute. Okay, Rascal. Thank you,
The
Rascal.
next time I say I need to finish a sentence and people continue to talk over me, everybody gets moved to the audience and I finish my sentence and then you can do whatever the fuck you want. But I don't get interrupted in my own fucking room.
Is that kind of counterproductive, Donald?
I don't care. I needed to say the sentence. I needed to say the sentence. It was an extremely important sentence.
What was the sentence, Donald?
Extremely.
Oh my God, Donald, you are okay. So
wait, Seth, Benny is the dumbest theist.
okay, thank you, Rascal.
Yes,
Thank
Rascal,
you.
but your mic is very quiet, Rascal.
Yeah. Bro, Raska, I love you too, bro. Why
Rascal, you
are
sound like
you interrupting me? Why
you sound like. Hold on,
people?
Benny, shut up. Rascal, you sound like Stuart Little.
Donald left, by the way.
Please adjust your
Okay, so
fucking
I
mic.
was in the flow, bro. Now oh my God, I was in the flow. Now
Your point
everybody
doesn't matter.
cussing.
Okay. Number one,
Okay,
right? Like I
so
can hold on. Shut up,
okay,
Benny. I don't need it. We don't need it, right? Because I can think I'm on fire and not be on fire, right? That's the notion of
no,
hallucination. Number
no,
one.
bro,
Number two, just
please
because
let
I
me
see something doesn't mean
finish.
shut up. Holy shit. Just because I see something doesn't mean I know it, right? I could see things that are incorrect, right? I could see Bigfoot and it really just be a deer running across the street. That's not a form of knowledge, right? So
Give
what you're
me
saying here is
some.
not accurate.
Okay, cool, bro. Okay, cool. You're entitled to your opinion.
No, this is not
So,
opinion. This is how logic works. You're an opinion because you're
okay,
just spitting rhetoric, right? Like
okay. So now you see in the fire, right? So we reverse back the time. So this is the second level of intelligence because you're seeing things. And now I'm reversing back. I'm reversing back
Hey, I need to
I'll
interject.
reverse
I
it.
need to interject. You just said you can reverse back time, and that is your second level of knowledge.
No,
What
wow.
bullshit is that?
Well,
no,
you people
Aizen.
cannot. It's a storytelling, bro.
Yeah, and
Keep
that's
up
not
with
a
the
good faith
story.
interpretation, right? He's just saying that
Oh my
you
God,
can
you
in that
people are.
theory he reverses time back and then sees the house on fire before he was on fire, right? And that's
Yes,
a form of
you
knowledge because
got
he
it.
verified.
Oh,
Yeah,
Yes,
Benny.
okay.
Yeah, Benny. I have
yes,
fucking brain cells
you.
that can compute
Yes.
things. Thank you.
Tell your friend that, bro. Tell your friend that. Okay, now, okay,
Okay.
I'm reverse back the time. Okay.
Benny, I already told you, let's not throw personal
Okay.
insults, right? You
Okay.
said gravity does not exist.
Yeah,
You said
hold on,
galaxies does not exist.
Aizen.
Did I call you a
Yeah.
Aizen.
moron or a bullshitter? Did I?
When I
Aizen.
I
say
did
that,
not.
when I say that,
So
when I say
please,
that.
please
Oh my
extend that.
God. Can I finish my
Brother.
point? Can I
Yes,
finish my
Benny. Benny, I'm
point?
gonna defend you one more time because I'm a good faith actor, right? Now you could say that, Aizen, but then Rascal already called him a dumbass theist, so it doesn't really follow,
Well, he
right?
is
That
a
he just.
dumbass.
Thank you,
He is a
Rascal.
dumbass. He's gonna
Thank
prove
you
it.
for your opinion,
Rascal,
Rascal. Thank you for
Rascal,
your
you're talking
opinion.
to me.
I know.
You
I
sound like a
know, Tony.
mouse.
Let me explain.
I
I've
can't
never.
hear you. You have to get a better mic before we
Get
let you talk.
another mic, bro. Get another mic. Not from Toys R Us.
Fix
Rascal,
your
don't
Okay,
fucking.
buy
let's go
mic
back to
from
Benny's
Toys.
story.
Benny.
Go ahead,
Yeah.
go ahead.
Okay. Okay. Now reverse back the time of the storytelling, right? Oh my God, you're messing up
Okay,
my whole
so
flow.
Benny, hold on. Let me explain something
Oh,
to you guys
Rascal, you
about
sound
Benny.
sexy now.
Wow.
What happened,
See?
baby?
Okay, so Benny, right? He will go through these long, elaborate, fucking analogies and shit, and they're not, and it's just bonk. Like he cannot make an argument. He cannot make any direct arguments for his God. I don't know why we bother with him. He literally will go through every time he wants to tell us about his God. He's gonna come up with all these fucking analogies. Well, it's like this, right? If you go in here, Benny, you can't prove that your
Can
God
I
exists from these dumb
finish?
analogies.
Can
I don't
I
think he was
finish?
proving God. I think he was trying to demonstrate the notions of knowledge, right?
Well, you
Can
guys
I
continue
finish?
with classic. I don't see why we cannot continue with another moron, practically speaking. I mean, I'm not meaning
Okay.
anyone.
Can I
But please go on,
finish?
please.
What's wrong with
Yeah,
you
yeah, go
people?
on.
You don't give.
Go on, go on, go on, go on, go on, go on,
Oh my days. Okay.
go
So
on.
now you. So it's
I'm just
good. This
warning
is a.
you. This is what he's gonna
Okay. Can
do.
you
Mark
mute?
my words.
Can people mute? Can people
I see
please
your point.
mute?
I see your point,
Can
Rascal.
people?
Trust me. I see your point.
Michael, can you mute, please? Michael, you had
What's
mic
going
in, bro.
on? Yo, Benny, just go
Michael.
ahead, man. Benny, just go ahead. Don't be distracted by
Benny, I
Michael.
told you to
Michael
keep your
distracts
speech
me,
within
bro.
2 and 3
Michael,
minutes.
mute.
In the
Benny, Michael's not going to do what you're asking him, so just.
Can
Hey,
somebody mute Mike?
I muted
Okay.
everyone. Fucking
Okay,
please go.
thank you.
Whoever interrupts him again, I will come to your house and I will eat your fucking egg salad out of your fridge. Okay.
Thank you very much, bro. Thank you for being so just. This all be justice. Stand up for justice, right? Okay, so
I do what I
uh,
think I must. That's it.
okay, thank you. So yes, so where was I? Oh my god, I was talking about something about fire or something. Yeah, okay, yeah. So like I said, you see the fire. So this is the second level of intelligence because you see something, right? Now reverse back the time. Now we reverse back the time of the storytelling, right? Just follow. Is you walk in to your house, you don't see the house yet, you don't see the fire yet, but you see a smoke. And you smell also the smoke. So from that reference, you will know that there's a fire near. So that's reversing back the time. So this is the one of the highest level of intelligence, and this is the lowest of knowledge. So the higher the intelligence, the lowest of certainty you will have, because seeing things and experience things is not special. But having some reference and then come to the right conclusion that if you see a smoke and you smell and you come to the right conclusion that there's a fire nearby, that is the intelligence. And that's, and now let me come to the conclusion that this is also
Somebody might be
wait, let me
smoking
come,
a vape or cigarette.
wait. Oh my days, I was in the flow. I'm always done. 1 minute, please.
Was that you, Buster? Was that you, Buster?
Oh my God. What's wrong with you people? You cannot even hold for few seconds. Okay, so
Go on.
okay. So my conclusion is
Rascal,
this
you
is my
sound like Animal
conclusion.
Crossing.
I'm done. Your people have no respect. You people have
Finally,
no
he's
respect.
done. He's
I'm
done.
not
We
done.
consent.
No, I'm
You're
not
done.
done. I'm
You
not.
finished.
I'm not
Yo,
done.
Benny,
I'm
you
not
are
done.
done. You
We
are
all
done, Benny.
consent to the end of this conversation.
How
Okay,
do
so
I
the
sound now?
conclusion.
Can you hear me?
So the conclusion is the conclusion. This is the conclusion. God wants from you that you look at the reference, look at around you, and come to the right conclusions before you will see the fire, the hellfire, and before you will end up in the
Okay.
hellfire, experience
Well,
the
What?
hellfire.
it,
So this is the
that,
conclusion. I hope
I
you
want to
can
go there. I
follow.
want to go there. I want to
I
go.
know it's
Just a
deep.
minute. Just a minute.
Benny,
I
is
Just
hope
a
that
it's
minute.
deep. It's
true?
too
Guys,
deep.
guys,
I
let
think
me,
it's too deep.
allow me.
Wait.
Guys,
This
please.
is too deep.
All right, I muted everyone. Okay, Benny, you're done. We got it. You said God wanted us to have the highest level of certainty, probably about himself, some shit like that. Okay, we'll go to Eisen next.
No, I wanted to go one-on-one with Benny. And please stop muting me. Come on, man. What the hell? Anyway,
I'll mute whoever I
Benny, I
want,
just
big
want
dog.
to ask you. You said that from some, let's say, from some signs, we are supposed to get some, extrapolate those signs and to make some, what should I say, conclusion, and then you suddenly you jumped towards hellfire. I mean, can you explain that? I did not get it. Where is
Because
hellfire?
you didn't follow bro. I told you a storytelling, and I said you pay
Yeah.
attention because so you missed the whole storytelling. And
Okay, no,
when you
no.
Fucking,
pay
Oh my God.
attention
fucking
to
No,
just
okay, okay.
storytelling,
repeat
you
it.
will. Oh,
Repeat the whole story,
bro.
Benny. Repeat the whole
Oh
story,
my
Okay,
bro.
okay, no
God.
problem.
Oh my God.
If
I
I have
told you
missed
the
the
whole
whole story,
story.
then let's be. We don't need to go through that whole story again. My apologies. My apologies. No problem. Someone else can start talking. If
Hey, Tom Nook, Rascal, you want to go in or?
Yeah, hey Benny, you might want to make your
That's
story a little
okay.
entertaining. Just like entertain it up a little bit, make it a little more exciting.
Okay, so the thing is, right?
Wait, Penny. This is what you need to do, actually, right? You need to stop with all the analogies because they don't make any sense. They're dumb. You need to actually come up with an argument or evidence for your God, and we'll listen to that because all these analogies are just ridiculous.
I just made an argument, bro. You just missed the whole boat.
No,
Oh
you
my
didn't. No,
God.
you didn't.
You
So what was
people
the
have
argument?
no.
So
You
wait,
people have no deep insight. You have no
What
deep
was
insight.
what was the argument?
his
What was the argument?
argument is basically, if
You
you do not believe in God, you will end up in
no. Oh
hellfire.
my
So
God.
you
You
should
Yeah,
people
take
that's
the
an
cue and
argument.
lacking.
start believing.
Hold
You
on,
people are
Benny.
lacking deep insight. You don't.
Benny, shut up. Let me explain to you what an argument is, right? An
Oh,
argument
base.
includes.
That's what we're looking for, man.
Rascal, your mic's garbage again.
You people need to have more deep insight, bro.
I
More
There is
deep
a
dude,
knowledge.
divine
I'm deep
interjection,
as
and
fuck, dude. I'm a fucking endless ocean. Benny,
Okay,
don't
give me
fuck
the
with me.
conclusion of the storytelling that I gave you. Give me the
Well, I
conclusion,
think your point
please.
was that God wanted you to engage with him in the third level, the highest level of knowledge, right, or intelligence.
And that is
Something about just knowing him based on some experiential
reference.
phenomenons. Yeah.
Oh my
Wait,
God.
how deep are we
Hey.
talking?
Okay.
Like
Thank
8,
you. A.
12?
You get it. You get it,
Steve,
bro.
I'm bonding with my brother. Of course, I always listen, Benny, and I try to
Why
be
is your
a good faith.
brothers A? Why is your brothers don't get it done? Why
They're
you
too
get
hungry.
it?
They're
Why
a
your
bunch.
brothers? They
They're
are
a bunch of
stupid.
starved. They're a bunch of
They are
starved sharks in a
stupid.
chum pool. Okay.
Thank you. Thank you very much. My God, they don't get it. That's what I'm trying. Hey, you get it. God
Well, I mean,
wants
like,
you to be. What is the highest intelligence? That you see something. Okay. Let me
I don't agree with
ask
the
you
notion.
something.
I just get your argument then, right? Like,
Hey.
Exactly.
Hey. What is more higher intelligence, right? That you come to a conclusion without seeing things, or you come to a conclusion when seeing things or
what do you
experiencing
mean by
things. What
higher?
is more
Define higher.
higher
What is more?
intelligence?
Wait, Ben,
Yeah, what do you mean by
Yeah.
higher?
So you have references.
You
This
say
is
you see God,
this
Benny.
is scientific. Who are the best scientists? Who are
Rascal,
the best
you are
scientists?
literally 3 blocks away
God
from this
isn't
hangout.
science, Benny. God is.
We cannot hear you. Yeah, what's up,
Let me
buddy?
tell you something. The best scientists are looking
like
at
Einstein?
Yeah, exactly. They're looking at some data, and they come to the right conclusions without seeing the conclusion, without experiencing
we're just talking about the ability to make
this
an
is what I'm
inference,
trying
right?
to say. This is what I'm trying to
Wait a
say.
minute,
bro.
wait. So would you rather be a chimpanzee with an eidetic memory or one of the scientists studying him that
chimpanzee.
can't do as well at a game of memory?
Every time the chimpanzee, dude.
Yeah, the chimpanzee gets snacks.
Yeah,
So
Greg,
that's why if you want to be a good scientist, bro, if you want to be a good scientist, you need to look at the data that you have, the reference that you have, and then make the best conclusion, right? Without seeing
Yeah,
things,
but Benny,
without
hold on, please hold on,
seeing
Benny,
things
hold
is
on, hold on.
low
No, hold on,
What do you
intelligence.
mean
No,
with that? What
I
do you
need to
wait?
say,
What
I
is a
need to say
scientist?
something.
When is a
I need
scientist
to
not
say
seeing
something.
things? I don't get
Benny,
that.
please hear me out.
Hey, everyone, shut the fuck up.
Question for the...
Please, one at a time. Michael, please go. You haven't talked that much today. Michael, go ahead.
Yeah, my question is this. Why is it that you're so easily baited into having a conversation with a clear moron?
Wait, are you talking to me
Good
specifically,
question,
Michael?
actually.
I'm talking about the room and Benny. I've been
gotta
sitting
be
here
more specific
listening
than that.
as
Like,
Benny and the room
Am I a moron?
combat
Am
each
I more?
other on
I
how to
love
listen to
seeing
Benny.
people
And my
grow.
question is very simple. Why is it that the room has completely accepted that we should be engaging with Benny at all? Where's
because
that
it's entertaining, Michael.
How
Wow,
did
Yeah,
I miss
what do you
Michael.
mean, Michael?
It's funny,
Do I know you,
Michael?
Michael? Do I know you? Do I know you?
Yeah, Michael, why don't you
not
get baited
personally?
too?
Benny,
Michael,
tell
get
us about
baited
your
as
free
well.
speech.
What's so moron about what I demonstrated? What's so
I'm
moron
Benny, you
not
don't
about it?
talking.
understand.
I'm
He is
not
a Jewish
talking to you,
lawyer.
Benny. I'm very clearly not talking to you. I'm asking everyone else why they have all agreed to engage with you,
Because
Benny.
it's
That's my
he's
question.
entertaining. You're
growing.
a moron if you don't understand.
Yeah, Michael, you're the
And
fucking moron
agreed
because
is
you don't
kind
get
of
social interaction.
Are you,
disingenuous, right?
Michael? You're non-Muslim, so how can you be even
Yeah,
intelligent?
I mean, guess what? Guess what he is, Benny. Take a guess at his
Wow.
religion.
How can you?
Benny, he is a Jewish
You're a
lawyer.
theist. You're a
He is a
theist who
Jewish
doesn't have
lawyer. He is a Jewish lawyer. Benny, be careful. Be careful.
He doesn't even. If you don't accept Islam, bro, you're a loser. Do you know that, Michael? You know that,
No,
Michael,
I
right?
didn't know this.
Yeah,
Seriously,
you know
If
that,
you
though,
don't
right?
why do you
accept
guys talk
Islam,
this
you have
way?
no skills, and you're a loser.
You're not
Michael.
intelligent, Michael.
You're a loser.
You
Accept
you
Okay,
believe
That's
in
great.
God.
I
You
still don't
believe in
understand
God,
why
but you
you guys
reject
talk to this
Islam,
guy.
bro.
he's
You believe in
entertaining.
God, but
He's
you reject
It's a
entertaining.
simple
Islam.
question. I don't know why you can't answer it.
Michael.
I don't know why.
We
I
let
don't
He's
know why you believe
entertaining.
in
As
God.
simple as that. That is the answer. He's entertaining.
Yeah, what are you
Do you
mad?
not
Did
think
Benny?
he's entertaining?
Did Benny steal your lunch
talk.
money, Michael? Did Benny steal your lunch
No,
money?
he's just I'll tell you what he stole from me. He stole from me an entertaining 10-minute drive because I sat here and
Entertaining.
listened to
Everybody's
you
entertained.
idiots and this stupid story
Do
about
we get
fires.
entertained from a lawyer? Do we get
Benny,
entertained from a
he's a
boring
Jewish
lawyer?
lawyer. You are
Yes,
missing the
It's
main point.
boring. It's
practicing the law is
boring.
far more entertaining. I could have
Bro, the
listened to
most
this
lawyers
to
are
ignore
corrupt.
you so that I could have reviewed a more important legal document, but I didn't
The
because I was
most,
driving.
Michael, the most lawyers are corrupt. You one of them. You one of them, bro. The
Seriously,
most lawyers are
like,
corrupt.
does
Only
this
for the
strike you
money.
as what an intelligent person says in response to my
Michael,
questions?
What type of punishment will a lawyer get
Not at all, Michael.
Are
in
you in
hell?
it for the
What
money?
I
type
know.
of
So
punishment
why
lawyer
am I
get?
still hearing him in my ears? Why do I still hear Benny?
Wait, Michael, should we have
you
should we have IQ tests like to talk on the stage? Is that what you want, Michael?
Michael, don't
No. I just want Benny kicked off. I'm saying, like, are there any standards?
Benny's gone, Michael.
Don't fail for that. Don't fail for that.
Okay, cool.
You bullied him away,
See,
Michael.
and I don't want to monopolize the conversation. Talk about whatever you want, but like, get rid of Benny.
Steven, you're up next. Steven.
No, I don't think anyone is going to get rid of Benny. Has the full right to say whatever he wants to say, regardless how ridiculous it
Meaning,
is.
like, let me explain
Freedom of
this.
And it was
speech.
very
I
ridiculous.
personally, as like an English speaker, I don't love Eisen's accent, but I can respect that he has good ideas and reasonable
That's
arguments, and
racist.
will listen through. Benny is an
Classic is not
idiot. I
racist.
don't. I'm
See,
like
just like
lost.
that, hold on, just like you are a racist idiot, but we are letting you speak as much as you want. What is the point of about letting Benny speak whatever you want?
See,
Can you
Right.
explain?
I would be
No,
fine with
I think
engaging
part of
with
the
Why
a
do
point,
you
racist if he
think,
had like a
morons
Michael,
reasonable
can
why do
argument
you
learn.
supporting his
think a
ideas.
piece of garbage like you
I
get
wouldn't
to
talk
speak,
to a
but
fool.
Benny cannot speak? I am
I
just
think that
curious.
the more
You
that
are
you
a
talk to
Eisen's
piece of
fools,
owning.
the more
garbage. You
foolish you
have zero
become.
understanding of mathematics. You don't
Well,
even
right
understand
now
what
you're just like
infinity
talking
is,
over
but
me,
we
which
still
is
let
All
you
not
right,
speak,
let
like
right?
let
gonna help
Stephen
anyone
talk. Let's
understand
have Stephen.
anything.
Stephen came up. Let him talk.
Hey, I just had one question for Michael. What do you think of Ben Shapiro's argument for God? That's all I wanted to ask, because he's an attorney and you're an attorney. I wanted you to
Oh,
compare
he has an
his
argument for
argument for
God?
God versus
I
Yeah,
want
yours.
to
yeah,
hear it.
Piper. I was gonna bring
Yeah,
it
this
up the
guy's a
other day.
determinist.
I'm not personally familiar with Ben Shapiro's specific argument for God, but my guess
Oh
is it
my
relies upon
God.
existing
You know what?
arguments for
It's probably
God.
like oy vey. God exists, of course.
Oh, you guys didn't say
Yeah,
that.
that didn't sound racist.
Yeah, it was. It probably was racist when I said it.
You did
Yeah,
not
that
just
was a
say
bit
that.
anti-Semitic, eh?
I don't find any
No,
problem
but you
of
guys
being
sound
racist
white.
with a
You
racist
don't
guy, to
really
be
know
honest.
what racism
You
is.
know, use evil to
Hey,
exterminate
that's
evil.
not right. That's not right. Assholes are human too.
Okay, I don't
Yeah,
know,
assholes
but
are people too.
I can be asshole to assholes, right?
Yeah, sure.
No, that's not the point. You
I mean,
can't.
it's not
No,
going to
no,
be as
no.
pleasurable as
Unless it'll
throwing
make the
peanut
asshole
at a wall.
nicer.
Like,
You can
you
be an
know,
asshole if it'll make
That
the asshole nicer.
that sounds like some human
Oh, that's
centipede.
true. That's true.
But I
I
will
can
say
go
this,
with that.
right? Like, I do think Michael's a little off here because he just claims that people are just retarded
He
because
seems
no,
he's
I
never
did
aggressive.
not
taught or
say the
anything.
word retarded.
Yeah, I know, but do you think that morons can learn how to, actually reason or not, Michael? That's the real question, right?
They can.
So we should just dismiss him then, right? I mean, I'm not seeing your argument.
Listen, 1 second. If you wanted to actually educate him, which I didn't see as likely because
What?
he was
What
approaching
are
the
you talking
position
about, bro?
as
What are you
thinking that he was
talking about?
wiser than you. And
I
you were
don't think that
approaching the
was
position
true.
thinking that you were wiser than him. So
I
no
don't
one
think.
was accepting either one as superior that they should
No,
submit to.
I even took time out of
But
my
There
day
are
to
too
educate
you,
many
Michael.
assumptions in that
you
statement, to
think
be
you're
If he
honest.
were to
superior than
submit and
me?
say he
Hold
wanted to
on,
learn, I would be happy to
classic. Shut
educate.
up.
But
Could I just fucking address
I
Michael
still
myself?
don't understand
Eisen!
why.
Oh my fucking god! Holy shit!
yeah,
I just want to have a
Eisen, just
conversation with
hold for
Michael.
a second.
So like Michael, I was trying. Like I took time out of my day to engage with his idea, like in a personal level. I try to like extrapolate it, engage with the extrapolation, address
No,
his
I
point.
know you were trying to control the room so that he could actually finish his argument and you could present it. But listen, I understand. To me, it was clear early on that like it was going nowhere. It was going to be a story. Rascal's objections were going to stand. He's going to say this is a stupid analogy. It doesn't prove anything. And I saw the whole conversation like 20 minutes before it happened. And
What was
Yeah,
the
sure.
analogy? What was the analogy, Michael? What was the
Benny,
analogy?
shut
Let me
up.
see. Let me see if he understands.
Okay,
Holy
everyone, I have an
fuck.
announcement to make. So I went and checked out Ben's argument for God. It's literally free will,
what is it?
therefore God. It's garbage.
Free will? That's a dumb argument.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's literally that's what it is actually. Piper. I
So
wanted to
yeah,
bring it up earlier, but
that's not an argument for the existence of God. Like free will is an
Agreed.
interesting philosophical argument, but
I mean, it's not even a relevant argument. I think it's
It's
like
not
more just
even a
like
valid inference.
yeah,
it
like there's no
has very
reason.
little to
Like
do with God. The investigation of free will.
yeah, but I'm just trying to say, Michael. Like I think it's important that we give people their time so I can tell them and I let them know that I'm actually listening to
I
them, right?
understand.
And like
And
we're
like
actually
you know
engaging with
what?
good
I would
faith
be
people.
fine if you had just given him like space and then like once he was
Yeah,
done
it's
disproved.
the
But
the counter
instead there
back and
was
forth.
dog pile
Yeah,
upon dog pile
I
and
agree
we
with you,
just kept
Michael.
waiting because he was like politely going to finish his stupid story.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think that's. I mean, that's why when I take control, I try to make sure it's less like that. But I can't
Michael,
always change your argument.
what was my argument, Michael? Let me
God
see if
fucking
you
damn it, Benny!
what was
I'm out
my
here trying to
argument?
fucking make the reality like you, and you're
But,
still
but
ruining it.
Michael
Sorry.
seems he thinks he's smart or something. What was my argument?
Benny, tell us about your free speech.
Why was Michael moved off the stage? It's the real question. Who did that?
He's very
Piper.
rude.
Piper?
Let him.
Were you offended by the free will argument that much? You had to get rid of Michael?
He's very rude. He thinks he's a lawyer, that he's superior or something.
What kind of
He
law
thinks
do you
he's a
guys?
lawyer, that he's
Michael,
superior.
Benny, shut up and
Michael.
fucking listen to arguments, okay? Benny, just learn how to argue for once, and then I'll fucking
Yeah, Benny, I will
just
be
hang
very
out.
clear.
Like,
I do not think I'm smarter than you. I just think you're really, really dumb.
Why am I dumb? Why?
Well,
Why?
probably
Tell me.
bad
Tell.
education, I would guess.
Because God allowed you to be dumb.
That's
So
also
our
true.
standard should be to get rid of Michael and
Hey, why are you guys letting this type of personal insult go
Wow.
on? I don't understand.
Yeah.
Who are the mods? Who is
Because we're fine
Because
with
putting Michael
personal
up?
insults.
Dude, I
This,
insult
hey,
people
hey,
personally all
this
the
is
time,
happening.
Isaac.
Yeah, welcome to Donald's room. Pretty much everyone insults each other.
This is happening because my mods have lost their fucking minds. I don't know
They
what the hell
lost
is
Fuck you,
going on.
Donald. Fuck you.
Well, dude, you're interrupting me. You're letting insults
Yeah,
go.
when you're
happened?
Yeah,
doing
shut up,
something wrong,
Donald.
when you do something wrong, Donald, I will tell you and I will
Michael,
interrupt you,
I'm on your
period.
fucking side of this, asshole.
Yeah, but stop trying to control it. Just let the room evolve.
Stop trying to control my room when everybody's saying my room.
You could try to control the room.
Donald's room, so we're not going to have insults anymore. He doesn't want it, right? That's fine.
God, what is happening?
Can we
All of
start a
my
room with
mods have
insults?
lost their minds, especially A.
What do you mean I've lost my mind, Donald? What have I done wrong here?
You lost your noodles.
You keep interrupting me and telling me to shut up when I'm trying to say something important 2 times in 2 days.
Well, I mean, like
You have lost the way.
The importance thing is kind of like
You are not the
debatable,
Jedi.
right? But I won't debate you here, Donald.
No,
You don't seem
hey,
like
I have no problem with that, but why
I
were
don't
you
need to
letting
debate you.
Michael speak
Hang on,
personal
Eisen,
insults?
hang on.
I am really curious. Why?
What do you mean? When he was calling that guy a moron, I told him not to. I debated him on why he should
No,
be
you
called
were
a moron.
not.
That guy was
You were
calling everybody
engaging with
stupid,
a
though.
discussion, and I don't find this constructive.
Getting interrupted.
No, I don't think you're listening,
My
Isaac.
bad.
And tired.
My bad, my
of the
bad.
mods.
Donald, can we
Get
talk
rid
about
of the
this?
mods.
Interrupted!
Get rid of the mods.
What the fuck? What is wrong with you people?
Get rid of the mods.
Well, anyway, Aizen. So I was telling him like him being a moron is not like apt enough. Aizen, sorry, it was not apt enough for us to kick him. I was pressuring him on his points, right? So I wasn't like just letting him, spit
Well,
rhetoric.
you can construct your argument like that, but that was not what exactly was happening. But
No, that's
okay,
what
I mean,
happened. That's literally what happened. So.
that was not what was happening. But okay.
No, that's literally what happened because that was pushing. Okay,
No,
it
that
doesn't
was not
matter.
what was happening. We can
Okay,
we can
you
keep
can
on
just
going
disagree
on.
there.
Okay, sure.
Guys, we need to talk about my mods getting their own.
Can
I
I
just
say my
don't
joke
exactly
now?
see why you will allow some personal insults
Why am I
between two speakers.
still getting interrupted?
I mean, I don't allow
My
it,
bad,
Mike.
my bad.
Let
I
Donald
punished
speak.
you.
Let Donald
I punished
speak.
you
Let
for
Donald
doing the same thing. So.
Let Donald speak.
Mods, very soon we need to talk about you guys starting your own rooms. That's all I wanted to say.
Can I say my joke?
Very important for the fucking conversation. Yep.
No,
The conversation is horseshit, so it doesn't matter. That's why I
Can I say
interrupted.
my joke?
No jokes! God, whoever's saying that, shut the fuck up!
I agree.
God. I want to talk about God. Nobody else seems to want to go near the fucking subject. They go round and round about useless shit, so I don't mind interrupting useless conversation.
What do you know about God, Donald? What do you know about God?
Depends on which God you're talking about.
So my God, Allah, the Lord of the worlds, is maximum perfect. Perfect in his all attributes. Maximum perfect. Why are you laughing, bro? Why are you laughing?
It's not coherent. You understand
Don't
that?
interrupt.
Why you interrupt? So Donald, we say that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has a perfect attribute and is the only one worthy of worship.
Define perfect attribute.
Okay, so look at his 99 names, right? All his 99 names are perfect in his maximum.
All right, never mind. I reject all scripture. I reject all scripture. Never mind.
So you are bound to worship something. Maybe it's yourself. Yes, you do. Yes, you have a God. You know that you have a God, right?
I don't.
You do, bro.
I do not.
Who do you obey?
God,
Who do you
why
obey?
do you people do that? You think you know me better than I know me? You don't know me better than I know me. I do not worship.
Who do you obey?
I am not a slave.
Who do you obey? Your desires? You obey your desires, right? When your desires tell you something, you obey it. Why are you lying to yourself, bro? Stop lying.
Because I desire to be asleep right now, and I can't. I've tried.
Bro,
that's a desire of mine that I'm not worshiping right now. Thank you.
Okay, which thing in your life are you giving so much time and energy to? Which thing in your life? Tell me. Which thing is more?
Right now, this.
So this is your God.
No.
This is what a God is. A God is not only someone who you worship.
What is wrong with you people? I do not worship. I do not have a God. This is projection, and you're projecting your fucking shortcomings onto me. I do not possess your shortcomings. Stop assuming me.
So we say that we humans are bound to worship something. You're gonna worship something that is contingent.
Anything.
So what we say is you're gonna
why
choose.
Why you don't stop the
He
construction?
said he doesn't worship anything.
No, I'm not talking to him. I'm not talking to him. I'm saying general.
No, but Benny, please stop building the
Sorry, no,
mechanism. Makes
Benny,
no
you were
sense. Can you do
addressing
that?
him.
In the audience.
No, okay, so
Benny's in the audience. I put Benny in the audience. How did he get back up? Did I click on the... If I just sent someone to the audience on accident, I didn't mean to, but I meant to put Benny in the audience.
Donald, you worship being godless.
Fuck up.
This discourse today is garbage, man.
Huh?
You worship being godless.
The discourse today is garbage, man.
I don't
put
worship.
Buster Nut in the audience, not
worship
Benny.
I'm sorry, Buster. I'm so sorry, Buster. I meant to put Benny. Could somebody please put Benny in the fucking audience?
I did already.
Bring Buster back up.
I put him in the audience.
Thank you. My God. I apologize, Buster. I have bad sight.
Donald, your God is godless.
Thank you.
So that's your worship. You worship being godless.
Wait, how does that
I
fall,
can't
though?
handle someone repeating the same thing over and over and over and over while I'm actively telling them they're wrong.
Why don't you just disengage from the debate, though?
Well, because he wouldn't let me. He just kept talking. I tried to shut him up.
I don't want to talk to you anymore, right? Like, and just stop responding to him or something like that. I think it'd be more beneficial.
Well, that's what we did when we put him in the audience.
That.
No, I understand with that, Piper. Yeah, I agree with that action, right? But I'm just saying.
I did move him to the audience, or I tried to.
I just feel like the outrage is just a little excessive.
Well, I got tired of him telling me what I was. He doesn't know what I am.
You worship having no God.
Guys, I just don't think anger and like emotions and arguments are valid.
My mods
That's incoherent as fuck.
My mods keep interrupting me, so I have a little bit of anger in me right now.
So Donald, now you know you exist, right?
Who is that?
I want to hear Steve's argument for why that's not
Joe, I came up because I wanted to ask Michael if Goldman Sachs does God's work. Because Michael's Jewish, I wanted to know what his thought is on Goldman Sachs doing work.
That's kind of anti-Semitic, so shut the fuck up.
Yeah, that is kind of anti-Semitic. Seriously, what the fuck?
I don't know if it's anti-Semitic or not, but it's certainly irrelevant. And I don't want to talk about it, so I don't care.
Very irrelevant.
God, what's wrong with my room today?
Donald
just realized Goldman Sachs would be a good funding source for
I can only listen to one person at a time, and I'd rather listen to the other person. That person.
Oh, me?
Yes, you speak.
I feel like a golden ticket.
Okay, I don't understand what that means.
So basically, from what Benny was saying, he just didn't know how to word it because the English is terrible. Benny can work on the English. But, Donald, you worship not having a God. That's what centers your whole belief.
Oh my God, what is wrong with you people? Oh.
Do you know what worship is?
Yes, slavery.
What?
Look it up. In the Bible, in the Hebrew Bible, the word for worshiper was slave.
So hold on, Donald. Do you believe that the black Americans in America now, when they were slaves, they were worshiping the white people that enslaved them?
Yeah, that might actually be a good argument. I like that.
This is useless.
Can I say yes? I think that would be yes because their labor was.
I don't care. It's irrelevant to God, but.
Yeah, but they have to have other arguments here, Donald. Like.
So you would say yeah. You guys would say yeah that they did worship
God, I'd listen to
their masters, basically.
Given me an argument for God, not one of them.
Well, it depends. Do you think worship derives like some form of intent, right? Can you worship something without knowing that you are intending to worship that thing?
I don't care. I don't care because it's imaginary.
So are you able to worship something by force?
In reality, why am I still being interrupted?
I think.
Donald, do you believe you're able to be forced to?
If you were asking me, I didn't understand the question. You clicked that before the question was finished.
Do you believe that you're able to be forced to worship?
I heard, do you believe you are able? And then you clicked out.
I heard him the whole time. So he
are you able to be forced to be worshipped? To worship? Like, do you believe it's able to force somebody?
If someone put a gun to my head and said worship or die, I would probably worship, but I would not believe. They're very different things.
Yeah, so then therefore you could worship something without intent. Therefore, slavery could have been a form of worship. From the black people.
Sure, I don't care.
Very simple deduction.
So,
right?
Still irrelevant.
So, do you believe that the black people were doing what they're doing because
oh my
they love the
God,
people?
What did I
or
just say about when A talked about the black people? It's irrelevant. I don't care. God.
Okay, so now we could deduce that you can't be forced to worship.
The classic, you can talk to someone else, Rick. I don't think like Donald wants to be a good faith engager here at the moment.
I'm trying to get to an argument for God. Nothing what he says has anything to do with God.
Okay, so I'm trying to bring the argument that you
he's
worship,
trying to say that you can worship something without having a notion of God, right? That's his whole
Okay,
argument.
just a question. A, will you like to go one-on-one with Classic?
Irrelevant.
No, I don't even.
Okay.
I might just get off. This room is like kind of unbearable today, honestly.
It's giving me toxic vibes still.
Oh God.
Are we genuinely upset?
God, how could you say
Donald?
I'm upset.
I would love to finish a sentence. That's all. It's been 2 days, and my mods have been interrupting me for the past 2 days, and I don't understand that.
So, Donald, do you exist?
Dude, I don't accept solipsism if that's where you're going.
Do you exist? Am I speaking to somebody right now? Do you exist?
If you don't understand what that means,
well, Donald, you have to say yes to that answer, right? If you don't believe in solipsism, you have to have a knowledge that you exist, right? That's all he's asking.
I don't understand what the point of the question is.
That's Are you real?
You misunderstand what I do sometimes.
Do you exist?
It's irrelevant to God.
Well, I don't know if I misunderstand you, Donald. I just think debate should be taken seriously and stuff. I don't know. It's not like a place for emotions or intentionality.
The way that I do this is to disrupt the baits and the switches and the conflations.
Well, you gotta nom them up. You gotta show them their baits with an argument, right?
No, what I have to do is make them stop and think about the words that come out of their mouths. That's what I have to do.
Okay, I like that. It's a challenge. Donald is a challenger.
Yes.
This made everything much more intriguing, to be honest.
See, hang on. If I just let them go on and on and on, it's just them saying the same shit that they've always said.
It's machine gun
tactics.
tactics.
Hang on, my fucking Christ!
Do you exist?
Can you interrupt someone who does not exist?
So you do exist.
It is irrelevant to God.
You can't say it's irrelevant when you're tight in the corner.
Yeah, you could be building a case about something, right? You have to at least give him that.
See, this is the part you misunderstand. This is the part you misunderstand.
Well, I guess what do you debate for, Donald? Then, if not to hear other people's arguments and address them, right?
I don't care about debate. I want a demonstration. Have you not heard me say this dozens of times?
Yeah, but I mean, if someone gave you a demonstration, you're going to tell them it's not right, and then that's a debate right there, right? You're going to say the demonstration's not valid, and then we have to have a whole argument about that,
No. We talk about the demonstration when we get to the demonstration, but no one has ever made it to demonstrate.
Okay, no problem. I get it. I got to make it to demonstrate. This guy's sick. I like Donald. So Donald can agree that he exists, but he can't admit it.
I never said that. I can't agree with that. That's a misrepresentation.
Explain where I misrepresented you.
I said it's all irrelevant to God, and that's all I said.
You said, are you able to interrupt someone who doesn't exist?
That was me being facetious. That was facetious.
That was actually honesty.
No, that was facetious.
You mean fascist?
Well, do you not think that's a valid argument, Donald?
No. Existence is irrelevant to God.
I was talking about your point about whatever, bro. This is
So how about this? He can't catch me. Can conjoined twins exist in one thought process?
It's irrelevant to God.
Dude, why do you keep bringing up this irrelevant nonsense? I don't.
Because I'm just pointing out individuality. Have you ever heard of that term?
I don't even think you know what you're talking about, dude.
So Piper, are you not an individual?
I am, but that's immaterial to anything.
Hold on,
who was that? Hang on. Who was that? Who was that? Hang on, who was that?
I just displayed a miracle.
Oh, never mind.
Do you believe that's a miracle?
I didn't see it.
Can we get Piper and Classic to argue? I mean, I just want a fucking argument.
Yeah, I think a better way to go about this would be, instead of asking these questions, you can simply state them outright as you see that they are true, and Donald will correct you if you say false things. So build up your premises and then reach your conclusion.
You can't just assert that what he's saying is ridiculous or irrelevant. You have to prove how it's irrelevant to God's existence.
So the
I
subject
disagree.
is God, right?
Yeah.
So what is
Piper's more
asking
interesting.
me?
Yeah.
What is asking me if I exist or if I believe I'm an individual? What does that have to do with God?
It doesn't matter.
Agreed.
You asserted
Thank you,
that it's
Piper. This is what I
irrelevant.
What do you
wanted.
mean it doesn't matter? That's
Muhammad,
the
It
shut the
topic of
doesn't
fuck
the
up.
matter.
room.
Okay, thank you, Piper. I think
What do
that's
you
more
mean
Don't
it
get
doesn't
interesting.
mad.
matter?
Don't get
You
mad.
told me to
Oh my god,
demonstrate how
Don't
it's
get mad
irrelevant.
and
I
mute
just did
me.
it. Now you're telling me it doesn't matter.
Hey, there's an argument
Can
going
I
on, and
can I
now
give
you're
the
Don't
answer?
get mad
stop
and
it.
mute me. Don't get mad and
No,
mute.
I'm trying to fucking focus on the individual argument that was happening, Donald,
Don't
right?
be angry.
I'd rather hear
I just
Piper
want.
and
Don't be
I
fucking
angry.
apologize, A.
and Classic.
I
Don't
apologize.
be
No, like
angry.
you guys are starting to
Don't
really
be
make me
angry.
salty here, right? Because like the reason
Don't be
shut the
salty.
fuck up, Muhammad, before I
Don't be.
fucking
Oh,
move you to the
dude.
audience.
Don't
Real
be
quickly.
angry. Bro.
All right, the reason why I
Shut
enjoy
up.
Piper, like addressing Classic, because he actually gave him a counter argument. He said, "This is why this doesn't fit." Right? I don't want to hear someone just dismiss
I don't
people.
need a
It's
counter
not
argument.
entertaining, right? I don't want to hear this blind dismissal of every
I don't care
notion
about
ever
entertaining
given.
you.
I'm not interested. I want to hear why it's dismissed. I want to hear why that notion is not relevant. And I want the
Alright,
guy to tell me
start
why it
your own
is
room in
relevant,
my
right?
club and do that.
CA is rational.
Hang on, A. Start your own room in my club and do that. I encourage that.
Maybe I will, Donald. Okay, but this
Or
it's still.
go off somewhere else and do your own club.
Maybe
I
I
don't
should
care.
take a break. I got COVID.
Hey.
Maybe I'm fucking salty or something. Maybe I was upset today. Like I don't know.
Hey, if you start a room on politics, I'll follow along with you.
There you go.
How's everybody doing tonight?
I'm fine with that. I love having you in my room, man.
It's not even about me. Like no one wants to hear me talk. I just want to hear fucking arguments. Like.
Well, I would love something similar to that, but no one ever gets anywhere with real words.
Well, then give me the fucking scraps, Donald. Let me have the fucking McBurger.
After I'm done, you guys can do whatever you want to them. I just want first bite, that's all. I tried to go over this several times with you, A.
It's like a vampire hierarchy.
Now I'm fucking all hot and bothered.
Listen, the whole reason why you guys are arguing is because the food I have, once all of you got a taste, you want it. But I only made one.
Yeah. I have never swallowed one thing that a theist has offered me.
So what, you've never eaten food before?
Yes, that was a double
entendre. Because you eat with your
Muhammad, come back on stage. I'm sorry I was upset, buddy. I just didn't want to be interrupted there. I apologize.
So what you guys have
It's cool. Everybody loses their
Don't
temper.
apologize to Muhammad.
Yeah, you don't have to apologize.
I'm not like you guys, bro. I don't think like these.
Hey,
Donald.
One second. Look
valid,
at the hypocrisy.
Who said my name?
One second. He keeps dismissing class.
That person who said my name.
Say
a name. I can't read. Say.
Hey, let me speak.
I'd like to talk to M. I'd like to talk to M for just a minute.
Let me say something.
And everybody else can say all the useless crap they want.
One second. I find it hypocritical.
No, not 1 second. You hush. Whoever this is, hush.
I told you stop being angry, bro. It's not good for you. It's not.
All right, M. I'd like to talk to M because that person said my name.
Yeah, it was me, definitely. No, basically, my question is, where are you guys at in this conversation right now? I just walked in, so.
No.
So you didn't even know what you're trying to talk about?
No, closer to a demonstration of God. Why am I still getting interrupted?
Because it's here, how we know what we know, okay? It's convincing me God exists. So are you atheist? What are you?
What are you?
Obviously.
He's a theist.
Yeah, we're all atheists up here, so carry on.
All right, hang on. I'm talking with M. Me and M are trying to have a conversation. I'm an atheist, yes, sir. What are you?
Okay. Well, I'm more of a spiritualist myself. I believe in spirituality. I believe that something did exist.
I don't believe in spirit.
I'm just not sure. I'm not sure what happened. Did happen. So.
What? Yo, say that one more time, please.
No, please don't. I caught it. I don't care.
Yo, hold on. What did he say?
No, he understood it.
I'm kind of on a one-on-one.
Right now, me and Donald are talking right now, so I don't need a smart ass. Right?
Oh, my bad. Donald, can you please...
So, M.
Yeah.
Demonstrate the God that you believe in, please, sir.
Personally, I honestly believe in like a full God. I believe that we all have our own God abilities, and that's what I believe.
All right. So, did you just want to come up here and say stuff, or did you actually want to?
No,
try and
I actually want to.
Something?
No, I'm not here to convince you of anything.
Oh, okay.
I am here just to kind of communicate my own idea and go from there. If you agree, you disagree, it's up to you, right?
All right. Well, this is a free speech zone. You can say whatever you want, but if you want to talk to me about God, we can talk later. You can talk to my guys.
I'm not here to preach the word to you at all. I'm just here to basically realize that you are the guy who is the head of this group here, and so I want to address you to be able to communicate. That's all.
Oh, okay. Well, this is my room. The people in my room can come and go as they please. I mod some of them I don't.
Right.
I wouldn't call them my group. I call them my guys sometimes to get their attention. It doesn't always work, but sometimes it does.
Okay. Well, this here is more of a general question for the group then. So, why do you guys feel that? Why are you guys atheists for? Just so I can understand.
Yeah, I have not seen proficient evidence of God demonstrated. So
you can go with my room. I'm going to take a break.
So I'm an atheist because I think like God is kind of by definition fictional.
Mm-hmm. Anyone else?
I was going to ask you this the other day, Piper, but it might
By
be like,
demonstration, fictional as well.
I'll ask you something that's more private room, so I understand your notion of.
What'd you say, universals. I can't hear you.
I was going to ask you, like, do you believe in the notion of any universal abstract?
Me? No.
Ah, cool. That's what I figured. I figured that'd be how you view it.
I think abstractions are fake.
Yeah, okay, we can talk about that some other time, though. So I was thinking about that the other day. I was trying to really like self-analyze what notions of abstractions I find true or not. We can talk about that some other time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I personally, I feel like each individual has their own abilities, capabilities, etc. Measure things because, like, I don't know if you guys ever studied anything, but like, you guys ever studied noetics? And noetics is Noetics, and noetics believes basically like in the actual reality of spirituality of how the spirit affects the body, and so they actually begin to measure that based on quantum physics. How quantum physics measures everything based on a global stream of everything being like a giant web of energy. Now, who here knows about that?
Who cares about that is the real question.
Is the web God?
Well, no, basically the web, the web can be considered God. It's just like the web itself is basically considered to be a giant stream of consciousness, and it's a constant flow of energy. Basically, how everything here is connected to this grid. And so because of that, everything has reactions, it has opposite reactions, etc. So it's just like, let's say that, for instance, like you have in the universe, let's say like it even had tests that some of them I think are bullshit, but some of them I think are not bullshit, of how you had some of these swamis or different guys that were like, they could telepathically communicate from one area to another. Well, it's because we are basically spiritually or spiritually wise connected based on the grid and everything. And so I don't look at the facts. Like we can all speculate and like bullshit here on like what's true, what's not true, what's this, what's that. But it's like if quantum physics breaks it down and the good, we have this stream of consciousness, we have this, we have that. It's like it's actually worth taking a look because I did my own investigation because you have the MIT, some MIT grads that talk about how they have noetics, and noetics is that everything is this one stream of consciousness, but it basically spreads out. Each person has its own identity.
What does quantum mechanics have to do with consciousness?
I don't know, Piper.
Because
I know I have Benny
that's
in
how it
the
works.
inbox now.
I don't really like this is wasting time, so I'm not going to let him finish. So, tell me again how quantum mechanics has anything to do with consciousness?
Because quantum mechanics ties into noetics. Like, I don't know if you guys do your research or not, but like, if you,
I don't need bloviating about whether we do our research, right? What I need is a clear explanation of why quantum mechanics has anything to do with consciousness.
And then I would like you to tie that back into how individual notions of God exist, right?
Right, because the whole basis of this is that something created it, right? It wasn't just born out of spontaneous combustion of nowhere.
Those aren't the only two options, so we've already failed.
And
also, so what is your other option? And why is it that you and why is it that you're like overwhelmingly antagonistic about everything?
Because you're wasting a lot of time. So if you're gonna say, right, that the only two options are spontaneous combustion or creation,
which is
right?
Not what it really did, though.
Like I don't even know what that means. Like you don't even understand what spontaneous combustion is. Number one. Hold on. You don't understand what spontaneous combustion is. Number one, and number two, right? You just need to take a basic science class. Like you just don't understand how natural law works.
So what's your idea then? Since you're so smart, then
Not relevant.
I didn't say I was smart. I'm saying what you're saying
no,
is
you seem very
nonsense.
educated. You seem very educated.
I didn't
Donald.
say I was
So
educated.
educate
I'm
me.
saying you're
Educate me,
uneducated.
man.
Hey,
You have a
Piper.
loud mouth, so educate me.
Piper. Hang on. No insults, please. Piper, I disapprove of the term natural law. Use laws of physics if you want.
Sure.
If not, I don't really care.
Laws of physics, fine. That's fine with
Natural
me.
law is more of a philosophical term, Donald. So it makes
You're
sense.
tearing me apart, Lisa.
Donald.
Yes, someone said my name.
That was me, Classic.
I'm waiting.
Oh, Classic. Yay.
What are you asking?
I want to
Em?
challenge
what do you
someone
want
to a
us?
debate.
What do you want us to answer, Em?
I want to challenge someone to a debate.
I want to hear his version of how the universe is created and how there is no God. I want to understand your actual full view.
Yeah, the universe
Google
isn't
this.
something.
I want to actually understand your viewpoint, but without all the antagonism and additive. Just actually talk to me.
Yeah, Donald, can I address this, or do you want to do something else?
Well, it's BB in Lambda CDM. Go.
Address it.
It's what?
What?
BB in Lambda CDM. If you Google that, you'll know how the universe came to be.
I want to have a debate.
But go ahead, Piper.
Yeah. Okay. So so when you say the universe, right? Like that could that kind of depends on what you're referring to, right? So it's fine with me if there's like some kind of multiverse or whatever, right? Or there's some other model that matches the reality, right? But for me, right, there's gonna be a concrete, objective reality, right? And that's going to exist by virtue of the fact that we experience it, right? And it gave rise to us, right? There's no creation involved there.
You don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, he's right. I do know what he's talking about. He's right.
So basically, you're saying that we are just one giant effect of everything. Is what you're saying, right?
I'm saying that I'm saying that we are the results of objective reality. Yes.
So, I got a question for you, Piper. Why would you not want to use creation there? Because, can we say that,
it comes with theist baggage?
Yeah, can we say that chemistry creates stuff without any intent of
No, I'm just negating the concept of some creator god that creates the rest of reality.
It's just to Taylor the creationist, then, not necessarily you probably agree with.
No, it doesn't really have to do with creationists, right? He's trying to make an argument that reality was created by some creator god, right? And I'm negating that.
I can tell you all about how reality was created.
He did a shit job, to be honest.
He did, especially with biology.
Who's the best atheist here?
What do you mean?
I think that'd be me.
All right, I'm still listening here to your explanation.
I want to have a one-on-one debate with the best.
No, none of the good ones want to have a debate with you.
God is the best atheist.
I'll debate him if he wants.
I would love to
have
a go at him.
Do it.
I would love to have a go at him.
Okay.
Donald, dear lies, you already got it,
So, Classic, you want to have a debate?
One-on-one.
Okay, let's do it.
All right, Piper, Classic.
Be gentle, Piper. Be gentle.
No, ignore that advice. It's bad advice.
All right, Classic. So, what do you want to debate here?
Can I pick the topic, Classic?
Pick any topic you like.
All right, let's debate it on.
Can I get mod?
The Leibniz theory of value.
No, and if you want, I'll get rid of Piper's during the debate.
Why don't you guys just argue about your general political
Do that, and Piper, I'm going to move you to the audience, and we can get you back up.
Why does it matter? Just let him fucking.
Because he wants. I don't care. He wants.
It's called equality. Thanks, Donald.
It's not a real thing, dude.
I don't really agree with that, but that's your opinion.
To each their own, babe.
So, Classic, you want to have a political debate? You guys just have what political beliefs do you have?
Oh shit, that's Seawolf.
Sorry, the concept is God, right? We're gonna have a real debate. We're debating.
So yeah, do that then.
Piper back.
Yeah.
Yes. No mods. We'll get you back. We'll get you mods later back.
Okay. Okay, so Classic.
Should I stop interruptions? Piper, should I stop interruptions?
Yeah, just let them go one-on-one. They said one-on-one.
Okay.
No stopping, one-on-one, all you.
Yeah, okay. So I guess we should talk about whether God exists, because that's the room title, right? So, but I'll give you the first opening statement. Go ahead, Classic.
Thank you. My opening statement is going to be, if we're going to discuss, my bad, something in my throat. If we're going to discuss the existence of something, then one has to exist themselves. Am I able to ask you if you exist? Because I exist.
I exist, yeah.
Perfect. Now, do you believe that you are able to be compared to God? What kind of statements do you want to jump into? We just want to randomly grasp at anything as we fall.
Well, I'm kind of interested, Galaxy, you're gonna have to mute because you're having echo. Thank you. So I'm kind of interested in specifically the idea of, or specifically the question of whether God exists, right? I think God doesn't exist. And I think you think God does exist, right? So I'm going to give you the opening line of attack there to make your case for why God does exist.
Okay. So basically, I start off with a point, and then you go off that point, and then we just go back and forth until we reach a debate or discussion. No?
Okay.
Okay. Okay. How about this?
Oh my God, hurry up.
Shut up, Galaxy. It's a private debate.
All right, so this is going to be my opening topic. I believe that God exists because everything is in perfect harmony. Can you rebuttal?
I don't really know what that means.
Well, there's an equal time for day and night. For every push, there's a pull. For every reproduction, there's a male or female. There's a circle.
Yeah, so, I mean, pointing out things, right, that have some kind of equality between them doesn't mean that everything has some kind of equality between everything else, right? Like, that's just going to be a bad inference.
So are you trying to negate what I said, or are you accepting it?
I'm negating it because you seem to think that everything has some kind of equality, right, between everything else. And I'm saying that, one, that's false because there are opposing forces in the universe, right? And two, your argument that because there are some things that have equality between each other, that everything has equality with everything else is just a bad inference. That doesn't follow.
I like you for pinpointing it down on me. So how about this? What do you think you exist for?
So I think as a human being, basically, I decide what I exist for. I exist to make my own purpose. I think that's the nature of human beings.
So we could both agree that we have free will. There's no such thing as determinism.
Yeah, I'm not a determinist.
Okay. So you believe in free will.
Yeah.
And we could agree that you can't force somebody to worship. It has to be genuine.
Sure.
So right when we come to the topic of worship, it's your choice, right? You could worship or not, right?
Sure.
Okay. So now it's up to you to believe if there is a God and if there isn't, right?
Yes.
Okay. And you choose to say that there isn't one?
Yeah.
And is that just off of personal belief?
Well, every proposition, right, I put forward, every statement I make about the way I think things are, right, that's going to be me stating my belief, right? But I think I have reasons to believe what I do.
Yeah, and you believe that there is no God because you've never seen God.
No, that's not why I believe there is no God.
Oh.
Do you have a further question?
Oh, I thought you were going to continue. You're stopping there?
Well, if you're wanting me to explain why I believe there is no God, I can do that.
Of course, please. It's warranted.
Yeah, so I believe there is no God because all concepts of God or the supernatural, right, those are things which are supposedly above human beings and the objective reality they experience, right? And I just take that to be synonymous with fictional, right? So I think gods and the supernatural are inherently fictional.
So you just believe it's all made up. God is a made up thing?
Yep.
And you say that your argument is facts because you have no proof, right?
What'd you say?
You say that your argument is facts because you have no proof.
Well, no, I gave the argument, right?
Yeah, the argument is that there's nothing in your hand or museum that says God is real for you to say God is real, right?
That wasn't at all the argument. Could you repeat back the argument to me?
Your whole argument was basically the insinuation you made was that because you have no solid evidence that there is a God and
Wrong already,
being,
right?
you
So
don't
I can
believe in it.
repeat the argument again for you. The argument was that since gods, right, are purportedly things which exist outside of human beings and the objective reality they experience, then gods, right, are going to be fictional because that's what existing outside of objective reality means.
So I can't make this up. You're saying that everything about God is made up.
Yeah.
So you're saying that human beings have never evolved from the core thought that there is no God in all our eons on Earth?
What the fuck are you talking about?
Because, like, can't only human beings understand if there's a God or not? Like, a monkey is just a monkey, right? It's just like a dog. They just kind of live their life, die.
Well, you know we're apes, right?
Well, do you believe you're apes?
Yeah, that's a scientific fact.
So do you believe your cousins are apes?
My cousins? I don't know what you mean by cousins.
Yeah.
I am an ape.
Do you believe apes are your family?
We are all, you and me are both apes.
So have you ever held a discussion with an ape?
I'm doing it right now. We're both apes.
I'm speaking about a chimpanzee. Have you ever
You don't know what an ape
and
is.
said hi?
An ape isn't like what an ape.
I'm not talking about Homo sapiens. I'm talking
That's what
about
I'm talking about. So you're equivocating.
Have you ever? Okay, so you're saying there's a clear distinction between us and monkeys.
There's a clear distinct. I don't know what that means. I'm saying we're both apes, right? So
are you able to go and sit down with a monkey and have a discussion over tea?
We're both apes talking right now.
Okay, so now are you trying to tell me that you can talk to monkeys? You can speak to animals?
I'm telling you that we're both apes and we're having a discussion.
Okay, we're both Homo sapiens. I'm talking about monkeys.
Homo sapiens are apes.
Okay, a chimpanzee. Are you able to go speak with a chimpanzee over tea and biscuits?
Nope.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, what was the point that was establishing?
Are you able to speak with a 3-year-old over tea and biscuits?
Yes, because they can talk.
Okay. Why haven't monkeys begun to talk if they're so alike to us?
Because they don't have the laryngeal structure for it.
Oh, and how come only we have that?
Because we evolved it.
So why didn't other creatures evolve the same thing that we have? Shouldn't they just
because
get it over time?
Their niche in the environment, right, didn't lead them, right, to adapt or to develop that laryngeal structure, right? There wasn't anything that was. There wasn't any. Well, it says science, right? We can just look at it, right? We can just analyze, right, the other species taxonomically, right, and we can analyze them in their environment. We can analyze the fossil record, and we can see, yeah, there's nothing really. There's been no selection pressure on other apes to develop the laryngeal structure we have.
Okay, so from what you just said, that would insinuate that lions, when they have a lion pack, they should start speaking the fastest because they're always aggressive towards each other.
Actually, what I said implies the opposite, that lions will not do that.
Okay, so you're saying that human beings are special.
I'm saying that human beings have a particular evolutionary trajectory.
So you're saying that we didn't always have this, we were something else at some point.
Yes, I'm saying that Homo sapiens evolved from common ancestors, yeah.
Okay, and you're speaking on the facts of science, right? You're speaking from the book of science here?
Yep.
Okay. Can you bring me scientific evidence?
Yeah, it's called the fossil record. Go look at it. It's called the fossil record.
Mountains.
Oh my God, you guys.
And you're telling me that we did not have this exact thing that separates us from animals now. You're telling me we didn't have it in the past.
What do you mean separates us from animals? We are animals.
What was the gland that you just said we have that animals don't have?
Laryngeal structure that enables us to engage in language that conveys meaning, syntactic language.
Yeah, cognitive thinking, right? Metacognition.
Well, the abstract thinking that we have goes along with that, right?
So what? Do you think animals have metacognition?
I don't know what metacognition is. It's a category you invented.
There's no way you don't know what metacognition is.
I don't. Sounds like you made it up.
It's your brain, bro. It's your brain.
My brain.
In that black space. You know that blank space in your head, above your mouth, under your hair, behind your eyes?
Does that mean that like, if I die, right? And I separate my brain from my body, or some they do an autopsy on my body. They separate my brain, right? They just have it on a tray.
Dead.
Is that metacognition?
You're dead.
Yeah. Is that metacognition according to you?
So I'll tell you this. If you stab yourself in the head, you're not going to shine light into your metacognition. Did that make sense?
You're just saying gibberish.
No. I basically said if an arrow hits you in the head and you pull it out, you're not going to see light in your head. You're just going to be injured. Does that make sense?
You're not going to see... What are you talking about, see light? You mean like the photons that interact with my eyes?
Because do you see the space in between your ears, behind your eyes, under your hair? You know that space
Yes,
right there?
I know what the crania is.
Yeah.
This is the fourth equivocation I've heard, so...
Yeah. So, like, you know that space? You know how that space is like
patient,
your space
Piper.
of thinking?
I'm impressed.
There's no space of thinking.
Okay, so you're telling me that you don't have that space. You just think in flesh?
I'm telling you that thinking is like a function of our biological processes.
I want you to imagine 3 apples. Can you do that?
Yes.
Okay. Hold those apples right there, okay?
Okay.
That exact space that the apples, are they floating or are they on a table?
It's just apples. It's against like a white background, I guess.
Okay. That exact location of where the apples is.
That's not a location. That's just a picture in my head.
Okay, in your head, is it an enclosed area? Or is
it's not an area at all. It's a picture in my head.
It's a secured space, right? The apples
no, it's not a space. It's a picture in my head. You're just saying gibberish.
So what's your head? Is your head just an open portrait, or is it a secure space?
It's not a space at all. It's a picture.
So what is it? How do you think?
What do you mean, what is it? It's just a mental state.
No, so how do you think? Like, how do you use your head? You don't use it?
The best neuroscience is that it's some kind of complex interaction of neurons.
Yeah. So are they able to replicate that?
What do you mean replicate?
Are they able to replicate the complex neurons in your brain?
Yeah, because they can examine it going on in human beings all day, like all the time.
Okay, so why don't they invent a new color?
What do you mean invent a new color? What are you talking about?
Well, the physical representation of the neurons in your brain would mean that human beings have the capability of creating things that we do not have understandings of.
No, none of that follows. It's all gibberish, actually.
How does none of that follow?
It's gibberish. None of it means anything.
That directly relates that you can physically invent a new color.
No, it doesn't.
So can you invent a new color?
How does that follow? Demonstrate the entailment for me.
Okay, no problem. Because you said that human beings are able to mimic the neurons in the brain, right or wrong?
No, I didn't say that, actually. I said that you asked me, right? You asked me, right, if scientists could make the repeated observation that there's complex neural interactions in the brain, right? And I said yes.
Sorry?
Do you guys want to keep going
You asked me, right, if scientists could repeat the observation that there's neural interactions in the brain, and I said yes.
Yo, Josh.
And then I said, okay,
Josh. It's a private
so
debate.
in your head, you're able to make imaginations, right? You can imagine whatever you want, especially the illogical.
What do you mean I can imagine the illogical?
Like, you ever watch those Star Wars movies where the shapes move or the ships move in like a weird way? Which
That's not illogical.
The laws of physics
That's science fiction. That's not illogical.
It's like the triangle that never ends. You ever seen that photo?
The triangle that no, I haven't. I don't know
illusion.
What that is.
You never seen those illusions?
An illusion is not. Illusion isn't illogical either. Do you know what illogical means?
But an illusion is making you believe that the laws of physics was broken. No.
No, it isn't. It's just an illusion.
So what is an illusion?
An illusion is like some mistake of vision.
Okay. And why did you get that mistake of vision?
What do you mean, why? That's going to depend on the circumstance.
Because God's a bad designer.
Josh, you can't jump in.
Damn it.
Why did you get that mistake of vision?
What do you mean, why? It's just going to depend on the circumstance.
Okay. Do you see how you're running away from the main question?
No, I don't. Could you demonstrate that for me?
Of course. You ran away when I showed you that an illusion is just you being tricked into thinking something was breaking the laws of physics.
No, it isn't. That's not what an illusion is.
An illusion is when you think the illogical is logical, which
no,
hurts
it
your
isn't.
brain.
What do you know what illogical means?
Okay, this is like equivocation number 6
go
now,
ahead.
right? Like,
yeah, it is. He doesn't know what words mean. He keeps like making up gibberish.
Okay. If you could put me on the spot for anything I said that was wrong.
Yeah, so you don't know what illogical means. Illogical doesn't mean breaking the laws of physics or there's an illusion, right? Illogical means that there's a contradiction, right? So there's A and not A. There's a proposition and its negation. That's what illogical means.
So when I said that an illusion is, what did you give the description of an illusion as?
An illusion is just some like error in vision.
Wow, so now you're going to change what you said. An error
I said that before.
No, that is what he said, classic.
Yeah.
Okay, so from what you just said now, I could say that an illusion is mistaking yellow for red.
Sure.
What does that mean, mistaking?
Isn't that what an illusion is from your words right now?
An illusion is mistaken.
I don't think you can mistake. Hold on. I don't think you can mistake colors. Colors are just like interactions.
How come?
Like
from
it's
your
just a light
definition of an
interaction.
illusion, that's an illusion.
Hold on, shut up. It's just a light interaction with your eye, right?
Don't get
How do you
emotional
mistake
now,
that?
Piper.
Can you please tell me how I mistake a light interaction with my eye? How do I be mistaken about that?
Okay. You clearly don't know what an illusion is.
That's not an answer to my question.
I did answer your question.
No, my question was how do I mistake, right, a light interaction with my eye?
Well, if that's what the illusionist wanted you to believe, then he got
That's
you,
not
right?
an answer to my question.
Okay. How about the famous photo of the gold or blue dress? Do you remember that one?
That's not a mistaking a light interaction with your eye.
So what is it? Some people saw one, some people saw the other. Who was wrong?
Nobody was wrong. It's just like
so doesn't everything have to have a right or wrong?
The way certain people, right, process that light interaction with their eye is different, right? That's all. It's not a mistake.
Okay. So you're telling me people who have color blindness, they have no mistakes?
No.
Okay. Are you able to explain what a color looks like to a blind person?
No, because they've never experienced it.
Okay. And are you able to explain how good a song sounds to a deaf person?
No, because they've never experienced it.
That's a lie, because they still have eyes. You could write it down.
What? You said sounds, you idiot.
Especially, it sounds pleasurable. It sounds sad. They could understand those two. They just can't understand the tone of pitch.
They're never gonna have a qualia experience of sound, you moron.
No, but do you see how I caught you now just responding?
You didn't catch me on anything. You're just a moron.
You're really not here to understand. You just want to respond.
You know, you're like just a moron. Like
classic,
you don't know what you don't know how any of this works.
Like you guys
know what qualia? You know what qualia experience is, classic?
You see how you're angry and I'm not?
Do you know what qualia is, classic?
Please explain it for us.
No, I'm asking you. Do you know what it is?
Explain it for me, please. It's your
I'm
spot,
asking
right?
you if you know what it is.
I responded to everything. You got
no, I'm asking you if you know what it is. Yes or no?
You have the floor, brother, please.
I'm asking you if you know what it is.
Classic. Do you want to give up on the debate? We could talk about like the guy, like some of the things he did wrong.
I don't know what it means. Please explain.
Yeah, so you don't know what it means. Yeah, so qualia, right, is what it's like to have some experience. So there's something it's like to hear something. A deaf person will never experience what it's like to hear something unless somehow you can give hearing to a deaf person, right? A deaf person can't experience what it's like to hear something. So, no, I can't explain to a deaf person what it's like to hear something. That's just true.
Okay, that makes perfect sense. So now relating back to the topic, because I trapped you, you believe
I don't think you trapped me.
You cannot believe in God because you have no experience in God beforehand?
That's not the argument I made to you, actually.
Isn't that the argument of the whole talks? Isn't that why I'm talking to you?
That's not the argument I made. Could you repeat the argument I made to you initially?
No, so why am I talking to you, Piper?
Could you repeat the argument I made to you initially?
Okay. So the initial argument was God. Isn't that our whole conversation?
No, I gave you an argument for God. I gave you an argument for God. I gave you an argument for God's non-existence. Can you repeat it back to me?
Okay. And what did I just say to you right now?
Can you repeat the argument back to me?
All right, can we end this now? Can we stop?
No, do you remember what I just said to you 2 seconds ago?
Do you remember what the argument was?
Do you remember?
I just told you that you believe that if you, right? This is a fact. We cannot explain color to a blind person.
Okay.
Right? That's impossible.
Agreed.
They have no understanding of colors.
Agreed.
Right? We could agree. Okay. But when I told you that, do you believe that because there is no evidence of God that he is real?
I don't
you
believe
said no.
that. That's a straw man.
Okay. So what do you believe?
I already gave you the argument, and I'm asking you to repeat it.
Now you're changing your belief?
No, I'm just
What
saying
do
that I
you
already
believe?
gave you the argument,
My question
right?
is warranted.
And you're not
You
paying
just
attention.
changed
You
your
didn't even know what
belief.
the argument was.
Why did you change your belief, brother?
I didn't change my belief. I'm telling you, right? I already made an argument, and you didn't listen to it, right? You don't understand it.
What do you believe in? My question is warranted.
What do I believe in? I believe in lots of things.
When it comes to God?
I believe God doesn't exist.
Okay. And you believe he doesn't exist because there is no evidence
You guys
of
both
him?
shut the fuck up. No, I already gave you an argument for God. Galaxy, shut up. I already gave you an argument for God's non-existence, right? And you forgot it already.
Wow.
Yeah.
So now you're just
wow.
backpedaling.
What is going on?
You can believe I'm backpedaling if you want. I think that's the debate
This
over,
guy's
guys.
a joke.
Not really.
Yeah,
you just
well, I mean, like,
He's a
Piper,
joke.
can I be like a pedantic? Can I be a pedantic piece of shit, Piper?
Sure, go ahead.
So you said something about like there's no shared universal quality between all objects.
No, I didn't say that.
That's what you said. What did you say in response to that? What was it?
Shared universal quality. What are you talking about?
Yeah, like Classic said something like there's a quality that all these objects share in the universe. Or something
Oh
like
no,
that.
equality, not quality.
Oh, was it equality? Okay.
Because he was trying to say everything was in harmony because he's an idiot.
Okay, so I misheard him because I would have probably said something like, the very fact that they seem to exist would be a shared quality, right? So
Okay, can I get a one-on-one too, if you don't mind?
No, I want to explain to
No, you're
Classic
done, man.
why, like, so Classic. I want
a one-on-one.
After we're done,
one-on-one
dude, shut
with
up.
Piper. Do it, Mark. Do it.
I challenge the
child,
best
dude.
atheist to a one-on-one.
All right,
I'll give you a one-on-one, Mohammed. Let's go.
No, hold on, dude.
Hold on, you guys are just running over me like that. Just slow down.
Yo,
yes,
this Piper guy needs to shut up. Like, shut up. Oh my.
Bro, this guy sounds like a female.
All right, shut up, dude. Muhammad, I'm gonna move you too until I just want to get my point out. Okay, like, Classic. Like, you say you know how to debate, but do you understand what equivocation is?
Of course.
Can you give me an example of equivocation?
Well, I don't really have to explain it, right?
Oh,
if you guys
fuck
don't think I
off.
lost, then I lost.
No, but like these are very important. Like
no, but all you guys are on one side, right? I don't have anybody in here. No one here believes in God. So if all you guys want to justify his answers, then it's justifiable.
Do you understand how logic works, Classic? Can you give me like a logically sound argument? Like a logically valid and sound argument? Just give me a valid argument, right? Give me an example of a valid argument.
I told him that he believes that God does not exist because he has no evidence.
No. See, that's not it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know
how?
what like, an argument form is, right?
To who?
To like this how arguments are formulated.
No, but to who is my argument invalid to?
The one okay, so like,
if
you like a valid argument, like a valid argument would just be like, something like of the notion, like, the classic, like, Socrates, Socrates is a man, all men are mortal, therefore Socrates is mortal, right? That's a valid. It might not be sound because Socrates is not alive, so he may not even be a man right now, right? But it's valid in the notion that, Socrates was, if he is a man, he is therefore mortal based on the two premises.
Hey, right? Could you give me mods back?
Yeah, sure.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, sure. I have a question. Do blind and deaf people dream? And if so, what do they dream about?
Ask them. They'll tell you.
Yeah, they do.
Yes. I don't know. Are
I
they
have
blind
talked to deaf and blind people.
No, I think everyone stop because I just want to make sure Classic gets this fucking point. Like, Classic, do you understand what a valid argument is?
No.
Brother, you still can't tell me my argument was invalid.
Bullshit.
Well, can you just verbalize it for me?
Sorry. Is this
Go ahead,
going
Ed.
on?
What do you have a question about, like, what the problem?
No, basically, I'm going to explain this to you. Basically, in order to have any valid argument whatsoever, you can have a thesis and an antithesis. That's how it works.
Shut up. That's not how it works.
Failure.
This doesn't seem like something I need to shut up for.
So look. All you guys claim that I lost.
Dude, yes, because you don't understand how logic and arguments work, right? You can't argue something and not give an argument for something.
Your answer right now?
That's illogical, right?
That I don't understand logic?
Because, okay, give me a like you can't argue for something and then not provide an argument for it, right? That doesn't follow.
Yeah, you make these outrageous claims too.
That I myself can't tell somebody. Hold on, I can't tell somebody that you don't believe God exists because there's no evidence. Somebody who only goes off of facts. Somebody who only believes in science. I can't tell him that he doesn't believe in God.
I probably believe in well, no, that's not true. Never mind.
So classic. You could probably
like,
wage an argument. Like,
I don't believe in science. That is an inappropriate word to describe how I feel about science.
I just don't think you understand how logic works. Like and you need to go study logic. Like, just
I don't think he understands how debate works. Like,
no,
Piper, at any point, Piper, did you feel like he was engaging with any of your claims?
No, it was just gibberish on top of gibberish.
It was just straw man,
equivocation,
declare
gibberish,
go home.
Gibberish.
Don't forget the gibberish. Right, because I trapped
did he
you.
bring up where did all the matter come from? Did he bring that one up?
No, he did. I don't think he knows what meta is.
Classic
matter.
Like what do you appeal to the notion that someone like there's like a meta, like what did you say? It was like meta consciousness or
metacognition or something.
Cognition, right? Yeah. You were equivocating that with the brain because like Piper could just ask you, right? If you say
hold on,
hold on,
hey, don't make his argument stronger. Don't help him make his argument stronger.
What are we fucking doing in here, Donald, for not educating people how to use logic, right?
Oh,
you
right.
know what metacognition? It's just fucking masturbation at that point. Like literally.
You know what metacognition
is? A's right. I agree with A.
Shut up, classic.
I agree
right?
with A.
When you equivocated the notion of metacognition with
the act of having,
means. Shut up. You're talking over me. Okay, I don't like that.
So why don't you answer?
So stop doing it.
You're acting
stop
smart.
doing it.
Please stop.
I'll answer your fucking irrelevant question afterwards, right? When you equivocated on the notion that it was a brain.
Do you know what metacognition?
No,
hey,
dude,
let A talk
point,
or I'm gonna mute your ass.
Holy shit.
I just learned how, so I'm gonna use it.
Well, Piper said he doesn't know.
No, Classic, shut the fuck up.
Okay, moving to the audience, right? You two Anonymous. So let me finish. Holy shit.
Just let him finish. He really needs
to. When you appeal to the fact that what you pointed, it was a thing inside your head, your brain, right? Like the notion of a brain. I can just say then, why don't other animals that have brains have metacognition? And you would have to say they do because they would have to keep the value property the same, right? You can't equivocate on something and then say it's not that thing again, right? You can't compare two things and make them the same thing and then say they're not that thing right afterwards. It's not logical, right?
Wait, what was he saying metacognition was?
He said he just said metacognition. He didn't have like.
He didn't.
He does that a lot. He throws out
because he pointed to the notion of being shot in that like. No, he said it was at the place where you shoot an arrow into in the middle of your head. He used an example. He used an example arrow because he was talking about hitting someone in the brain, right?
Let's have another conversation.
Then if it was the brain, then he couldn't just say that all other animals don't have metacognition, right? That's not a valid argument.
Hey, have you vented enough?
Yeah, but like that's the idea of it. Like you can't equivocate like that, bro. Like that you can't do that and be logical, right?
I agree.
I agree with that.
Okay, Anonymous. Thank you very much. All right.
Agree with that as well. Agree 100%.
I wish we could help him.
Does not know the basic rules of debate engagement. How do y'all not know that?
Because they never took high school debate because they were busy breaking windows in abandoned buildings.
No, like Classic.
That's racist.
Hold on, shut up, Classic. Like,
no, you're racist.
That's racist.
That's racist.
Everyone stop. Classic, do you understand how that's an equivocation now? Do you understand the idea of an equivocation?
Yeah, honestly, it makes sense now, to be honest, the way you broke it down.
Okay, can you explain to me what I said?
Right when you explained to me what metacognition means.
Oh, you motherfucking... Dude, you're not welcome.
You said you would explain
it. He's not listening.
Audience,
Oh
Classic stays in the audience for the rest of the day. He can come back tomorrow and spout more nonsense, but we need a 24-hour break from Classic. All right, now, I agree with
Muhammad vs.
Piper. I think you're a wonderful human being, and you're always
I
welcome.
challenge the great atheist debaters. Every atheist debater, one-on-one, no mutes, no interruptions. I challenge anyone.
You can debate me if you
want. I accept.
Donald wants to do it? Okay, I'll let Donald do it.
Okay,
well,
but
Piper,
the issue here is, please, no interruption and no mutes. Is that fine?
I will interject. I will try my best not to interrupt, but stay correct. Thanks.
What are you going to interject for? What the heck?
Hey, don't interject.
What's wrong with you?
I can't not interject.
I'm literally challenging every single one of y'all. Just one of y'all, one-on-one, no interruptions, no mutes. Give me mod. I'll even open up a room.
No, this person does not get mod.
Come on, don't be scared.
All right, Piper, you want to go again?
Okay, look, I'll open up a room and make you mod. Whoever's debating.
If you want to like remove my mod, so he'll do it with me, I can do that.
No, because he's saying he's gonna interject. But Piper, I can open up a room. I'll make you mod. Both of us will be mod.
No, we're doing it here.
I'll just move him. I'll just move him and bring him back.
Yeah, we'll just take.
This is getting annoying. Why do we have to keep taking away Piper's mods?
But listen, if I get muted or
making it, dude. Hey, Muhammad, listen to me. I better not hear you fucking equivocate on my stage after I explained it for fucking.
We will
stop getting frustrated. But look, I'm gonna say, if I get muted or interrupted or dropped to the audience, you automatically.
No one's going to do it, okay, man?
I'm just letting you know. Just letting you know. I'm just letting you know if I get
No
if
one
I
did
get
it to
muted.
Classic, so we're not gonna go to you.
Okay. This is
Point of
everyone.
order.
Relax.
Point of order.
If I
How do we
get
know when
muted,
you're done talking?
listen. If I get muted, interrupted, or someone gets emotional, starts crying and cursing, the debate's over and I win. Remember, that's all I'm saying.
Awesome. So can we do it now?
No, but I just want you to understand.
Wait, no.
I
Is
want you
the
to
inverse true as well?
If I get muted, interrupted, or someone cries or rages, then the debate's
That's
over.
awesome. You already said that. Can we go now?
What if you interrupt Muhammad?
I'm curious about that.
Yeah, but I'm getting interrupted right now.
Well, nothing
haven't
has
started
How
started
much
yet.
prelude to the debate do you need?
Fine, go. Everybody shut the fuck up and let whiny Mohammed go.
Yeah, let me make my let me make this statement before the debate commences. If anyone interrupts, remember,
Made that statement already.
I muted him. It was fun.
You already interrupting me.
Hey, Muhammad, if anyone fucking equivocates, they lose. How about that?
They can't handle it. But look, if anyone
I just learned how to do that yesterday.
If anyone,
it's amazing.
Dude, the debate hasn't
Can we
even
do the
started.
debate now, Muhammad?
I know. That's why you are
I'm waiting,
running
Muhammad.
away and crying and hiding it.
Can I please speak without being interrupted?
Are we going to do the debate?
Can I
ready?
Please speak?
Can we do
the debate? I don't care about anything else but the debate. Otherwise, you go to the audience
the debate
for 24
or you're going away.
Yeah.
After I make the statement, the debate
go.
No, we're
doing the
debate now. Debate now.
Bro, please,
opening statements now. Go.
No, we're not making the statements. We're doing debate.
Okay, just debate. Go.
So what's your opening statement, Muhammad?
That's what I just said. You said not to do that. But okay.
No, not state. I don't.
I said opening statement.
Donald,
it
hold
doesn't
on.
matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
I'm asking for the opening statement in the debate, right?
That's what I was saying.
So you ready?
Yes, I'm gonna make my opening statement without being interrupted. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. So if I get interrupted once during this debate, if I get
do the opening statement.
This is
Come
my
on.
opening statement. This is my opening. Dude, stop interrupting. This is my opening statement. What's wrong with this guy?
Your opening statement.
Oh shit! We already lost, man. We already lost. He was 5 words in, and we already lost.
Let me speak.
Hey, Mama, go ahead.
Let me speak. Let me.
All right.
Everyone mute their mic. Everyone mute their mic. That's not them. Everyone mute their mic. That's not them. Stop.
What is wrong with this, bro? What's wrong with y'all?
Alternatively, I can move everybody but Piper, me, and Mohammed to the audience.
Let's do it, bro. Drop everyone. Let's make it me against Piper. What's the issue? Why is everyone even on stage? I don't understand.
Because that's the way I run my room. This is not your room. It's not your choice.
Can we please just get this over with? I'm already.
Can we do the debate now?
I'd love that.
But you keep interrupting. Are you retarded? What's wrong with you? Let me have my conversation.
Just stop, Muhammad, please. Just go.
All right, if everybody does not shut the fuck up, I will honestly start moving people to the audience one by one until they have silence. Go.
Okay, this is my opening statement. I don't care if you don't like it. You cannot interrupt me. Thank you very much. So like I said before, and I'm going to repeat it because it's a part of my opening statement. If I get interrupted, if I get muted, if anyone starts being emotional, starts cursing and going crazy and raging, then they automatically lose the debate. So I'll start off with this, inshallah. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الصلاة والسلام على رسول الله.
Can you shut up? What do you say? Shut up.
Hang on, hang on. But we only speak English. Nobody here speaks anything other than English.
So remember, I told you keep interrupting. Obviously, I'm gonna translate it. And just relax, okay? أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. Stop interrupting, bro. You're already losing. Remember.
Seriously, Rascal, shut up. Just give him his fucking time, dude. He's gonna fucking bellyache the whole fucking time. Just let him do it.
It's a joke, bro. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. I told you guys from the beginning, if I get interrupted, then you lose. And the people are listening, remember, so have some honor. So you're already losing, by the way.
Alright, mods, don't bring anybody up on stage. I'm putting people in the audience who need to be there to keep the quiet and peace so that Mohammed doesn't run away and cry.
Yeah, this is not gonna go anywhere if you guys keep interrupting. It's a joke, inshallah. I'm gonna keep trying.
Okay, dude, I'm trying to moderate, but just stop bitching and start doing your argument. This is retarded.
Yeah. We'll see. We'll let the audience judge what's retarded. So as I was saying, أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الصلاة والسلام على رسول الله وعلى آله وصحبه ومن والاه وسلم تسليما كثيرا أما بعد يا أرحم الراحمين. So I want to start off with this. I'm debating Mr. Piper. Mr. Piper, I'm going to start off this debate by asking you a simple, direct question. Because there are certain things known by necessity. And if you deny these things, then you are not someone who, I mean, we cannot say that you're a rational person or logical person. And we say that if you cannot answer this question, which is known by necessity, there could be something wrong with you mentally. You could be disturbed. This is the reality. So I'm going to start off with a simple question to Mr. Piper, our atheist friend. Do you exist? This is all I'm asking him. And I'll.
Yes, I exist.
Okay, you exist. Okay. So is your existence dependent?
Yes.
Okay. So, for example, let me give a certain example. Every single human being needs oxygen. If they don't get oxygen, if they don't intake oxygen, they will basically stop living. If they don't eat, they'll stop existing. So the same thing can be said about many different things within the creation. Would you agree?
I don't agree it's creation, but sure, yeah, beside that.
Okay. So yeah, so I'll start off with that. Do you want to speak or should I keep going?
Keep going.
Okay. So we know that our existence, like Piper's existence, is dependent, and we also see purpose within ourselves. So I'll give an example. Our nose is perfectly above our mouth. Okay. Every time we eat food, our nose smells the food that is going into our mouth. That is the first thing. So you see, there is a purpose behind your nose. It's there for you basically to smell, and it's at a certain place. It could have been any other place. And I wanna ask Mr. Piper, how come it wasn't at any other place? Why was it perfect? How did it perfectly get right above our mouth so that every time we eat food, then our nose smells the food that is coming out of our mouth? Because we know our nose could have been anywhere else. It could have been a'udhu billah, at our backside. It could have been at our foot, and that would be a terrible place. But how come it's literally at a perfect place? That's my question that I asked the Piper.
Why do we have noses, atheists? Why do
Yeah,
we
so
like fucking
Rascal, stop interrupting.
So yeah, so why is our nose in a perfect place? Well, I don't know what perfect means. But let's say like, okay, our nose is in a good place for us to smell food. Fine. I mean, that's just the anatomical structure of the human body, which evolved, right? So
the question has not been answered, so I'm gonna try to rephrase it in a different way, inshallah. So we know our nose is right above our mouth, okay? And we know if our nose was somewhere else, it would not be as beneficial as it is being above our mouth. So there is a placement of the nose in a certain place, and we know that placement is I will still stand on my word. It's in a perfect place, and it could have been anywhere else. My question is simple: why is it nowhere else except this perfect place? Because every time, and he can be honorable and say, I don't know. That's fine. I'll take I don't know. But he has to be an honorable man. He has to be a sincere man. Because we know our no. Remember, I said no interruptions. Remember?
It's a she. I'm correcting you on your pronouns.
Piper is a she?
Yes.
Are you serious? Like literally?
Yes.
Lord have mercy. Okay, Lord have mercy. Okay, anyway.
Dude, you're an asshole. I no longer support this debate.
Okay, and I'm just confused. I'm very confused. But look, so let's go back to
Doesn't
that.
matter.
Let's
It's
go back.
irrelevant, and I no longer support this person being on my stage.
Okay. So are you rage
Rascal, I
quit?
love you.
Are
But
you?
I can barely hear you. I can barely hear you.
Yeah, I can't hear you, man.
Are you rage quitting? Don't rage quit, please. But relax, though.
This is
No, this
bullshit.
is
He's a
me.
fucking
I
homophobe.
need
Get him
you.
off the fucking.
I don't know if that follows Anonymous. Everyone, shut the fuck up. Piper,
Piper, do you want
life.
to continue? Because I don't support
Yeah, it's all
this
on you. I don't
anymore.
want people forcing you. Free to talk to this man if you want.
No, but you guys are
we can continue.
y'all
I'm fine with it continuing.
You guys are
yeah,
losing.
it's fine. Everyone, shut up. Rascal, please fix your mic though, please.
You
Yeah,
guys
we
are
can
losing.
barely hear you,
You
and
guys
you're
are losing.
scratchy.
You guys are losing. Remember, I said at the beginning.
I wasn't interrupting you because of the debate, assholes.
It's still very far.
Okay, are y'all conceding that y'all lost? Are y'all conceding that y'all lost?
Just let Muhammad go, please.
I want to move him to the fucking audience, but that's just
Just
me.
fucking let the argument go.
Listen. You're free to do that, but you will show your weakness in your position. That's all I'm gonna say. But
Fuck
I said at the
you!
I said at the beginning, if I get interrupted, if rage quit happens, emotions happen, then you will lose. So you are losing. So let's go back to my question, and hopefully I can stop getting interrupted because it's supposed to be a one-on-one. So like I was saying,
You
Mrs.
lost the game, Mohammed.
Now, now that I understand, please stop interrupting because it's a one-on-one. And remember, I said if you keep interrupting, then you will end up losing because it's just one of me and all of you guys. So please stop interrupting. Now, Piper, I want to ask you a question. I would really like for you to answer the question. You can say you don't know, that's fine, because that is the sincere thing to do. So, but you cannot just be evasive and waffle and digress and deflect. So my question is simple to you, Mrs. Piper, okay? Our nose is in a certain place. Why is it in that certain place? Why is it perfectly placed in a place where it is of utmost beneficiary to us compared to it being in any other place? That is my question. You can say, I don't know. There's nothing wrong with saying, I don't know. That shows you are a humble person. Because we know if our nose was in any other place, billah, it would be a problem for us. But the fact that it's right above our mouth shows that there is a purpose and a reason behind it being there, and it shows a type of design or perfection. That's why I'm sticking to my verbiage because I believe that our nose is in a perfect place because every time we eat food, our nose smells the food that comes in our mouth. And if it was anywhere else, it would be a problem. If it was by our backside, it would be a problem. We'll start smelling some stinky stuff. If it was by our foot, it would be a problem. We'll start smelling of some stinky stuff. So the question is, why is it in that perfect place, and why is it in no other place? That is the question I'm asking, Pepper.
Well, it's clearly not in a perfect place because it's exposed enough that we can break it. But, right, if you're just asking why is it where it is, right, that's just the human body plan which evolved, right?
Okay, so let me try to make my question clear to you. So you are not understanding. Listen, ma'am.
Rascal, stop interrupting, Rascal.
Hold on.
No. They said no interruptions. I'm not gonna let it happen.
Bro, listen, I can't. Listen, I don't know how
You
you guys.
sound like shit anyway. It's not worth it.
I'm pointing something out, right? He's just using Piper answered the question twice, and he's going to ask the same question a third time.
Okay, so look, what are we gonna do here? Do y'all want to come to my room? I don't let all these people on my stage. What y'all want to do? Because it's illogical,
He's
irrational.
trying to get recruits.
All right, I'm on mouth. Shut up, too. Everyone, let's Piper and Mohammed, please.
Like
We
I
made the
understand,
deal.
like if you don't believe
Like we made the
Piper,
deal. Why do you have to fucking ruin the deal? Why you guys? We're gonna be good faith actors in here, right? Stop interrupting.
but the thing is, like, if y'all don't want me to debate Piper, I'll debate someone else who's more like who. If y'all want to pick someone else, I don't mind.
Why are you running away from me?
Because they obviously don't think you can handle it. They keep speaking for you.
I mean, I can handle it.
Well, so your friends don't think so. So tell them stop interrupting.
Well, I don't really care what they think, right? So I'd like us to continue this.
Rascal, just leave it, bro. Let him be fucking brain dead. Like we agreed to not have interruptions. Why do you keep not like? What are you going back in your agreement?
Okay, so I'm not gonna keep doing this because I'm not a joke. I have other better things to do. So if I keep getting interrupted, we'll just open up a room. I'll title it Piper versus Muhammad. I don't care. But look, okay. So all I say is this: I do not believe that my question is even understood first and foremost, let alone answered. Okay. So I don't care if you don't have the patience or you don't understand, but I will repeat my question, and I'm not gonna keep repeating it. Eventually, I'm gonna move on to another question if she's not gonna answer it. So don't think you're gonna be tortured by me repeating the question over because I have a limit. But I would try. I'm still gonna try again. So my question to you, Mrs. Piper, was simple. Okay. I laid out a premise to you. I laid out an explanation. Then I gave my question. So let's try to. I'll even try to reword it and rephrase it many different ways to help you understand. And if you want, I'm telling you, there's an option of saying I don't know. It doesn't make you any less of a person. You get what I'm trying to say? It just makes you human. So it's okay to say I don't know. But let me try to relay it out and rephrase it in a different way. So our nose, okay? Our nose has a purpose. It helps us smell food. Okay? The question is, why is it in that place and not any other place? The reason I'm asking that question is because obviously your nose has been placed in a perfect place. If it wasn't placed in a perfect place, then we wouldn't then every time food comes into your mouth, your nose would not be smelling it if it wasn't placed at a perfect place. So I'm asking a simple question: why is the nose placed in a perfect place and not any other place? Because if it was placed in any other place, you would run into many issues. Like, for example, if your nose was by your backside, remember, listen very carefully, you would start smelling things that are not pleasant. If it was by your feet, you will be smelling things that are not pleasant. But the proof that your nose is placed in a perfect place is because every time food is put into your mouth, your nose smells the food that goes into your mouth, making the experience more enjoyable for you while you're eating. So the question is, I don't know if I think this is probably going to be my last time trying to rephrase it because no offense, the sister is not understanding it whatsoever. So I'm going to probably move on to the next question. Why is it in that place and no other place? Because the place that it's been put is a perfect place. Because every time the food that you eat enters your mouth, your nose
Has
smells.
he really been
And if
droning
it,
on about the
and
nose
and
this whole
yeah,
time?
Yes, Donald, just let it go.
yeah. And if
So how many times do you say the same thing before Piper responds?
if if it was in any other place, it would be a problem for you. So my answer is simple. Why is it so? It's a question of why. Why is it in that place and no other place? So you can say I don't know, ma'am, and if you're not gonna answer it, I'm just gonna move on to the next question that I have for you.
Well, instead of moving on, why don't you just tell me what was wrong with my previous answer? You there?
You're not answering my question, so I'm gonna move on to the next question.
He
Well,
did
could you
answer the
tell me what
question.
was wrong
He
with my
did. Or
previous
I'm
answer?
sorry, she
Donald,
did.
everyone shut
Okay.
up. Holy
My
fucking
You know my
apologies.
question?
children.
My
What was my
No,
question?
hold on a second. He did answer your question. He said
Heretic,
if
shut
people.
up.
It's okay,
I'll show
Heretic.
you.
This is
I'll show you.
one-on-one. I shouldn't have jumped in. It's my fault.
I'll show you, Piper. What was my question? Go ahead. I'll listen.
Your
What was my
question is, why is the human nose in the place that it is?
No.
Oh, really?
We can move on, bro.
What was
You don't
wrong with the way I restated that question?
Piper, let me explain to you what's happening. Okay, I'm gonna be completely honest with you. I don't care how many of your friends interrupt. That just proves that you're losing. Okay, you are too arrogant to say I don't know because you believe if you say I don't know, it makes you any less of a human being than I am. Saying I don't know is the humble approach. Okay, that was not my question. I said why is it in that perfect place in which it is in and not any other place. But it's okay if you don't have an answer. It's okay to say I don't know. But what is happening here is you believe if you say I don't know, it automatically means you lose the
So
debate.
what was
What
wrong
it
with
makes
my
you
previous answer?
allow me to finish. Allow me to finish, okay?
Well, what was wrong with my previous answer?
Allow me to finish.
Well,
Allow me to finish.
allow me to just
Allow me,
redirect where you're
uh,
going.
allow
What
me,
was wrong with my previous answer?
I already told you you don't even know my question, so there's no reason for me to continue.
What was wrong with my previous answer?
You don't even know my
Yeah,
question.
he concedes and he loses. Done.
You don't.
He's just got nothing to say. Like he's going in circles.
Okay. Thank you very
He
much.
just said he was done. He
Thank
just
you.
just
Wait, shut up,
conceded.
everyone,
Thank
shut
you.
up. Piper, is it over?
I mean, I guess if he's not going to tell me what was wrong with my answer.
Well, because it's only
Thank
up to
you.
Piper and fucking
Of course.
Muhammad, not your guys' fucking opinions. So stop fucking
Of course.
interjecting.
My apologies.
Of course. But it's okay, Piper. The issue is you don't even understand my question, so there's no reason for me to discuss to you about how you answered.
So you're not going to tell me why my answer was wrong.
One second, Piper. The reason your answer makes no sense is because you don't even know my question. So I'm gonna move on. Start to try listening. Okay, actually before we even get to listening, I need you to be sincere. There is no point of us having a
I hate this. I really hate this.
Fuck you,
Okay, listen.
Mohammed.
Assuming motive when you are quite insincere.
Yeah, I mean, you're just poisoning the well. I'm not sure what the point is.
All right, Rascal, I'll fucking argue with you, and I'll tell you
bro,
why afterwards. We can have a full fucking conversation about it.
All I'm gonna do is this. I don't think
Piper and Muhammad, you guys still want to go or not?
Piper, they don't feel like you're capable of having this discussion. That's why they keep interrupting you, and they also are disrespectful. So I'll open up a room. It's going to be titled "Convince Me You Exist," and anyone who wants to have a one-on-one debate without being interrupted, I will be open to have that. Have a great day, Piper. You're invited.
Bye.
You can have the one-on-one discussion.
Wait, if you need to
Bye.
be convinced that
Y'all
other people
Don't ever
are
come back.
crazy,
Don't ever come back, scumbag.
You're a fucking moron, dude.
I'm sorry, Piper. I didn't mean to.
Muhammad
is a dumbass.
Did I get mods back?
Yeah, I got
yes,
you.
Yes, absolutely. I'm so sorry about that. I hate that.
Hold on, everyone. Hold on. Rascal,
Oh my
what do you want to say?
So this
I'm
is
so
what I
sorry.
meant when I said, I don't know if I said it in this
Josh,
room.
hold up. Please, Josh, hold up.
Hey, let A go. Let A go.
All right, Rascal. Okay, I can't hear you, so you have to talk. You have to get closer or something. But I'll address
Hey, Rascal, your mic is stuffing up today, bro.
I know. There's a fucking glitch in the app, right?
Yeah, it's pretty shit app.
Use headphones with wires. It helps.
Disconnect your Bluetooth and then, but don't leave the room. All right. It's been doing it to me too. I'm just saying.
Yeah, it's something new. So look. Why would we entertain that for that long? The guy was rude. He was basically
because everybody stopped me from stopping it.
He's asking me. Like the reason I pushed it.
The question, right?
And like, okay, the reason I defend it, right, is because we agreed to let them have their time. Doesn't matter what I feel about it. Doesn't matter if you guys don't
understand that, but he was insulting people.
Doesn't matter if you're not fucking coming to every fucking debate we have. If we allow the premises, we have to fucking validate them, right? We're supposed to be good people.
He broke the premises first, by the way.
No, it doesn't matter. It's his. They chose to only engage with each other. If I'm gonna keep my word to be a reasonable man, we have to let him fucking do it. So stop complaining. Like it's kind of childish.
Look.
Can we have a rule in the room that you can only repeat things like 4 times?
I would love to enforce these rules, but if I can't interrupt, I cannot enforce rules, so it doesn't matter.
Well, what are you saying, Rascal? Everyone keeps talking over you.
Yeah, so his strategy was to claim to ask a question.
Oh, he didn't have a strategy. He had
It's hard to hear
you. All need to stop talking when Rascal talks so I can hear him.
So it was a strategy, right? He's like, oh well, if you can't, he was looking for his way out of the conversation from the very beginning. He kept saying, if one person interrupts me, well, that means you lose. If one person
I get it.
Then whatever. Like he's just fucking looking for a way.
Well, I get it. He's stroking his own ego, but if we agree to the rules, Rascal, why should we not follow them? We're people of our word. It's supposed to be good faith engagers.
But sure, but like as a matter of you go. Look, you asked that question 4 times. Piper answered it already. Like either you deal with
my opinion's not relevant. That's why I asked both of them, right? So do you guys still want to keep going? That's all I can ask, right? I don't need to fucking ask any questions.
We'll do better next time. Hey,
I don't have to fucking. I want to keep my word when I fucking do these rooms, so that's what I'm gonna keep doing. Sorry.
The real question is, why was Piper for once actually this patient with someone?
Because I didn't want it. So the reason I was being patient is because I didn't want him to run away, right? But.
And when they fucking respond like that, they're feeding into his ego. He thinks he has a winning framework. If we just be intellectual
people... He wouldn't even answer your simple question, Piper.
That doesn't matter. If all were to be intellectual people, we have to be like, okay, we have to agree to the rules and then engage in the rule works we make. That's it. Right? Anything else is just feeding our egos.
But if the other person is breaking the rules, I have to be able to moderate. That's my fucking job.
He didn't break any rules. What rule did he break?
He interrupted.
No, y'all were shit on establishing rules. Like
he insulted.
Yeah, I mean
he did insult. That's a room
was
rule.
No insults
it's a room
rule of the debate. Okay, well,
it's a room rule that I tell everybody about.
No, there was no rules of the debate said like that, Josh, and they're fucking.
Oh my god, it's a room rule of the debate.
Well, it is a no insults.
No, hold on.
No,
the whole argument.
Hey, let me speak. So there is a rule in this club and in this room that you don't insult, right? So if he broke a rule if you broke a rule of the club and room, I don't see a problem with.
Well, that's why we address that's why I asked you.
You were trying to stop me, That was annoying.
No, hold on. That's why that's why we all allowed you to have that question, right? And say, do you want to engage with him after he misgendered you, right? That's why that was acceptable. But anything else, right? He can fucking hit rhetoric all day. He can equivocate for 1,000 hours. What's the point of letting people here on stage and agree to rules not to be interrupted if you're gonna fucking interrupt them? It's childish. Come on, guys. He wants to have a little rhetorical game. Don't feed the rhetoric. Be fucking intellectually honest.
Right.
Yeah.
Also, the fact that he was not acknowledging that Piper did answer.
Oh my! You guys are fucking wasting my time. You keep giving me the same argument, dude. Holy fucking shit.
He insulted. I got in the room a minute while a minute before. He was clearly insulting people.
I need to talk to Piper for 1 minute, please. Can I talk to Piper for 1 minute?
Yes.
All right, Piper. I may have misgendered you in the past. I apologize. I didn't know about anything until today.
It's not your fault. I'm not really vocal about it because there's a lot of religious, nut jobs on here. So,
like what happened during that debate.
And I think I only knew that about you, Piper, because I looked at your YouTube, right? That's the only reason I knew. I don't know
you have a YouTube?
Yeah, I do. It's linked on my PTR.
Sorry,
But,
say it again.
I shouldn't have said anything, Piper. That wasn't my place to say anything, anyways.
No, it's
Can I
okay.
find you on YouTube, Piper?
Donald is 42, but he acts like he's 15.
Oh, fuck you, Galaxy. Who keeps bringing him on stage?
maybe I need to like watch some of your YouTube, Piper, so that I can stop fucking up, because I never mean to, but I fucking catch myself making the mistake all the time.
Piper has a good base in philosophy. I've watched him his
How do
content,
I find you?
and I tend to agree with him a lot. So,
what do I search for to find
you? It's on my PTR. You can just click on my.
I'm
yeah, but he can't do that.
Yeah.
You can't do it on the app. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So just type in Piper Tompkins on YouTube.
All right. I'm doing that right now.
One technical thing, Rascal. Every time you talk, you're very eloquent. It's just you're something's wrong with your mic. You can't be heard.
I know.
Yeah. Also, can you guys put me in the queue because I wanted to answer the question.
Oh God.
The nose
I know
question.
someone who wants to actually answer the title. I know it's horrible.
I don't want that.
Wait,
the title of the room?
Yeah, the title. That's the point. Go for it.
Yes, that'd be nice. God,
That's
I've been
what you
waiting
want,
for that for freaking hours.
All right, so just a quick question. I just wanted to see how people react to it. There is, how there's misnomers in the world. Like, for example, people in America, we call them Indians, and none of them are.
Wait, are you an atheist?
Yeah, I'm going somewhere with this. I just want to establish a quick.
I don't like talking to atheists.
No, sure. I'm actually going to make a theist argument. I just want to make a.
Yeah, but you're not a theist, so I don't really care. But go ahead.
No, I said I am a theist.
Oh, I'm sorry. You sound like an atheist, but go ahead.
All right.
My apologies.
So here, all right. I was going to give just a quick example, and then I was going to make my point. So, just a random example of like a misnomer is, like I heard it earlier on Clubhouse today. Someone was like. The Native American, like they're not Indians here, they're Native Americans, and I guess that's true. Christopher Columbus thought he was going to India, and that people have been calling Native Americans Indians like for centuries, and they're not actually Indian. Okay, what I was gonna say is even Hindus have a misnomer. Now I'm making my point about their own religion. A lot of them don't know that their religion is actually monotheistic. And right now everyone's going to freak out in their head and they're going to be like, this goes against everything I know about Hinduism. That's fine. Let me give you the term you can Google and then you can verify it for yourself.
So you're going to convince us that Vishnu exists? Is that?
No. I just want to. I'll give you a quick term and then I want to actually get feedback from the mods, which is, real quick. I want to.
The fact that Hinduism is actually a monotheism, because I was aware of that.
That's sick as fuck. All right, here's what I was going to say. So the term for the one god in Hinduism is Brahman, Brahman. If you Google it, you type in Brahman god, not Brahma, the creator god, not the creator god in the Trinity, Brahman. He's the one supreme being in Hinduism. Again, most Hindus don't even know this, so it's very esoteric. Anyway, my point was...
I would need to engage you about this after you finish.
Oh my god, yeah, I know. I'm going to get someone from some caste who's going to argue or whatever. I don't care. What I just quickly wanted to say is, if you go to Hindu Academy on YouTube, the person who runs Hindu Academy, he's very good at articulating about this. And what he described as Brahman is basically the unfolding. So he kind of called the universe, in simple English, he called the universe basically Brahman, that which is, that type of thing. So I just wanted to ask. Going? Yeah, where I'm going is I wanted to get your guys' feedback. Like, what my way when I think of God is just, it's the universe. So what's the problem with that? What do you guys think about that?
Okay, I need to say something, and I am not coming after you. What you said has some truth to it. However, it is not the complete truth. You are talking about the Vedic Hinduism, which was less like a full religion and more like a culture. And in that case, the Brahmana is basically the quote unquote the full cosmos. So it is not really a sentient being per se. It is basically a cumulative existence, you can say that. And the Brahmana had, you can search it, the Brahmana had 33 Koti, it is a Sanskrit word, which is basically 33 variation of that existence. And among those variations, the some part, for example, there is wind, there is fire, etc., etc. The Vedic Hinduism did not really have a concept of idol worshipping, to be honest. And the quote unquote the avatar system and the Trinity in Hinduism came sometimes later, and there is still, it may be a controversial statement from my point because I am atheist, and my own understanding is basically considerably different than what quote-unquote religious Hindus believe. The concept of these idols came way later, and that may not be following the actual Vedic Hinduism. So anyway, just wanted to add that. I was not trying to go.
Yeah, Eisen, to your point.
Dude, wait. I just gotta point out, I think I see a pattern here. It seems like the app is actually overcorrecting loud voices. Like, usually Eisen's pretty clear. Rascal's talking honest. I'm just saying.
Dude, you're
Am I
fucking up
clear
too
now?
Is
Am
he
I
in the
clear now?
Matrix, or
Yeah,
is
yeah,
he
you're
in the
clear.
Oh yeah, much better. Never mind.
Okay. No, my apologies. My apologies. Whenever so I have two microphones. Whenever I use one of them, it starts making noise.
Well,
But
Unity, what's the point? What's the point with your source? I mean, it says it's uncertain anyway, so.
Wait, what is it? Is that to me, or?
Yeah, to you. You posted the source, but it says its origins and use are unknown or something like that, or uncertain.
Okay, so real quick, what we call Hinduism is basically a name. Even the name Hindu is like a name given to that people. Basically, the religion originally started as what's called Brahmanism, and it's actually monotheistic. So my point
Right. So if
there is a no. Hey, hold on, please allow
wait.
me.
I want to interject because we're off the beaten path and not getting back to his pantheism.
Yeah, no. That's fine. But I just wanted to
we
tell
don't
him.
need an education in Hinduism.
Yeah, but
I'm asking.
No, I just wanted to
let him go in.
tell
Let him
him
just
that
finish.
the way you are describing Hinduism, quote unquote, I mean, if you go follow back, basically there is no quote unquote origin time of Hinduism. It was more like a local culture, and it is a very paganistic approach. And in one of the main scriptures we had back then was the Vedas, and in Vedas, which is still considered as one of the original concepts of quote unquote Hinduism. In that case, you cannot really say we have a monotheistic God, because the quote unquote God in Vedic Hinduism is not a sentient being who will judge you or anything like that. I mean, for example, he's not a all powerful, all seeing, all knowing type being. He's basically described like if the whole existence is a human body, and we are the say blood cells of that human body, then we are also part of that whole system, right? So in that
You
case,
can't even say that with a
you
straight
cannot.
face.
Pardon?
I'll just say this just to
But
establish that.
hang on, Eisen, your
Yeah.
mic is very, very loud. It's giving me a migraine. I apologize. Go ahead.
Okay, is it better now?
That doesn't seem to be
loud.
This is easy.
Okay.
Okay.
Look, you guys, I don't want to keep going over every creature in a fictional zoo.
I know. I'm trying to ask my question. I just
This
keep
is
getting
why
cut
I
off.
don't engage on scripture at all.
So just get back to that. You're a pantheist, and you're asking, is pantheist cool with us atheists?
No. I'm all I was saying is not pantheist. I was I don't even know what that means. What I'm saying is,
You said the universe is God. Saying that the universe is God is pantheism.
oh, okay.
It's like
You
a
guys know
Spinoza
more
God.
than me. I promise
It's a
you guys know
Spinoza
more than
God.
me. I'm just wondering, what do you guys think of that? Why is that wrong? Does that?
The universe
Yeah,
doesn't
like
consciousness.
Well, I mean, yeah,
No,
maybe
it
we have
has.
different. Maybe we have different views on that. Because I think those
No,
arguments appeal to me, like in some
I
sense,
think.
right? Like,
Please hold on. Please hold on. I don't think you will be able to show any proof that the quote unquote Vedic version of that Brahmana is any god. It is more like creation and less about being God. So, I mean, you are free to say if it is a, if you are free to define or modify your own version of God, but when I say I am an atheist and I don't believe in God, I don't believe in someone all powerful, all knowing entity. I do believe that universe exists. I mean, yeah, we are part of universe. I have no problem with that. Do you see my point?
Yeah,
So
forget the Hinduism thing. I just
I can
brought
prove
it
God
up as like a
exists.
misnomer. Anyway,
With pleasure.
Who
After
said
Gary.
that?
Hold on. Can we just fucking let a conversation go a little bit? Gary, you're
Well,
up
somebody
next.
wants to prove God.
I can prove God exists. Who wants proof?
Oh my fucking god,
It's
this is completely
Gary.
derailed.
Can you guys
No, this
reply
is
to the
Unity's
pan?
turn. This is Unity's turn. Let Unity
Yeah, I'm just.
finish.
Go Unity.
I
Go.
just want one of the mods. I just learned a new term, pantheist. Can you explain to me what? Because I don't think of God as
Google
like.
Spinoza. Just Google Spinoza. It'll tell
Yeah,
you
like
everything you need to
I
know.
will.
and he's done
And
it
real
better.
quick, I'll do that. I just want to ask, and here's kind of like my more
Well, I
concise
was gonna
question.
say, like, I think
Yeah.
it's more appealing to me, right? Like, I think it kind of makes more sense than saying there's this personalized God that is like hyper arbitrary and hyper, subject to one's own
Or
values and
deism.
wants.
You can
Yeah, right.
label
Like,
deism.
right, but and then like I would, but at the same time, like, like if I equate everything with God, it seems very uninformative to my head, right? And like I don't think I can like engage in a philosophical and like moral framework that is that uninformative to change my whole worldview, right? I just rather just think I don't believe in God again. It just makes more sense to me.
So
I would listen.
just
I
want
would say just to add to what Awok said, right? I would say it's a very beautiful thought to imagine that the universe is conscious because we are all conscious and we are part of the universe, and we are the universe manifesting its own thoughts after billions of years of natural selection. Beyond that, I don't really understand if you're trying to state something that isn't already agreed upon between us.
Okay, so this is what I'm thinking. Basically, I want someone to be like, no, that's wrong because of this. And I'm going to look up the pantheists and I'm going to look up Spinoza. I got you. Here's what I'm thinking, though. This is like my personal actual belief.
Yeah, give us like
That the law,
the
that the,
justification you gave your head, right?
hey,
Give us
stop interrupting him,
give
please.
him the
Hey, please stop
argument, whatever.
interrupting him.
okay.
Please stop
So
interrupting him.
Okay, so here's what I'm thinking is basically there's the laws of the universe, right? I actually believe in determinism, like somehow the laws of physics cause my background's in neuroscience, and I'm telling you, if you study any level of psychology, you know that people's decisions are actually like what they think is free will literally isn't. You could be swayed with a lot of things, and I actually had difficulty
True.
with physics when I took it, so my point is I believe in determinism on a subatomic level to the point where I literally believe everything that happens is kind of just the mathematics of everything. And I
What?
guess my point is, is there anything wrong? I'm going to look up Spinoza, all this stuff. I'm just wondering from your well-versed atheist perspective, is it ridiculous to believe in a pantheist determinism where you label all of that as God? Thank you.
Yes.
Yeah, but why is it God, right? Like that's the real. Like where does the God
What
part
is
come from?
significant about calling it a god? I
Well,
mean,
no,
Instead
you're
of
not
uh,
saying
saying
that things that we
hold on,
don't
please hold on, please
understand to be
hold on.
conscious are conscious.
If you consider this cumulative existence as someone who is sentient and someone who is quote unquote judging you or want something from you or want you to do something, or even if you consider him to be nigh omnipotent or omnipotent like that, then yes, there is a I don't believe that. But if you just believe that we are all part of the cosmos and just like that, that's cool. I don't I personally don't have that approach, but if you have that approach, I would not go around and start arguing with you. That is also another point of view, as per my opinion.
I
Anyone
appreciate
else
that.
can go.
Piper, what's your viewpoint on this, Piper?
Yeah, but what's the basis for that?
Here's the
There is no
basis.
basis. There is no basis. He's basically. I mean, it is more like a he's basically constructing the argument that if if we modify or if we make the definition of God instead of a all powerful, all knowing entity. If we modify it as existence, but the problem is we already have a term for that, that is existence or the cosmos. So
Yeah.
I mean,
Universe.
you don't,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. So you don't need to change the meaning of quote unquote God. The reason I call myself atheist is because I don't believe some almighty being is all knowing, all seeing, who will judge me after my death.
Oh yeah, I
So
don't
as long
believe
as,
that either. Let
yeah,
let
as
me
long as
just
you
say
are
one.
there, you can. I mean, I imagine I don't think you have a full definition of where you stand, and that is fine. I think you are still trying to find your path, or
Okay,
you are.
before we go to Gary and get like a Christian Bible thumping, let me just say
Yeah,
one
take as
thing.
much time as you want, man. No worries.
I'll
Yeah,
be very
we
fast.
prefer talking to you.
Okay. What I was gonna say, if you guys are, I'm sure you're more well versed on it than me. I just quickly want to say to anyone who might not be familiar, there's something called the Big Crunch theory. The idea behind the Big Crunch theory, if you've ever heard of a black hole, you know that black holes are very powerful,
It's
and
mathematically not likely, just so you know.
that's okay. When I heard it, it made sense to me, which is if you have a black hole and it's pulling everything into it around it, eventually black holes pull each other into each other, and then these black holes create what's called a singularity. The singularity is all the black holes and pretty much all the matter, everything in one spot. Now, what I found out through this Big Crunch theory is the Big Bang
Hypothesis. It's still a
hypothesis.
hypothesis.
The Big Bang is actually the singularity, meaning all the black holes, all the matter. It's that black hole exploding into what's called a white hole, and it's the cycle repeating. And basically, what happens over time is all the matter condenses into that singularity, and then it explodes through what's called a white hole, and creation starts again. So basically, the Big Bang is a cycle, and that makes sense to me. And that singularity, basically, the reason I
You
mentioned
understand the
Brahmanism,
singularity is a concept. It's not a real thing, right?
Yeah, but he's saying it
that
makes sense the way he believes it. Is what he's
it
literally
makes
saying.
sense for me. It makes sense for one reason. The Brahmin concept. The reason I brought it up is
We're still
because
talking
when
about this.
I know. Just let me say, because it's the only religion I
Half
heard
an
that
hour.
mentioned it. I've been here like 5, 10 minutes, man. Honestly, I can head out too.
Dude,
I was
no,
just
don't
asking
let
you some
Donald make you
questions.
feel bad. Like you're for no one's
Okay,
annoyed with you.
okay. All I was gonna say is this. It was described as, of all the variation that appears in the world, there is some underlying energy behind all of it, that out of everything that appears to be separate and different, there's one energy that makes up all of it, and that one energy is referred to as Brahman. And so that singularity, all the black holes in one point, exploding into the Big Bang, that cycle, for
Not an
me,
explosion.
I'm just saying, whatever hypothesis there is, to me it makes sense as there's this energy cluster
Hypothesis. We
that,
have a theory.
okay, theory, whatever.
No,
I'm
we
just
have
saying that,
a perfectly good theory that doesn't include this, and this is a hypothesis.
okay,
We
how
just
about
use
this?
nothing for it.
If anything I'm saying is true, or if what I'm
No,
saying is
hold on, please.
correct,
Unity. The big. I mean, if I am not wrong, the Big Crunch theory, apart from Paul Davies or Davies, I don't know how you pronounce his name. I don't think any prominent physicist or astrophysicist support the Big Crunch hypothesis.
No, it's mathematically unlikely. I tried to tell him that in the beginning, but he didn't listen to me.
Yeah, no, that's okay. That's okay. He wanted to land his point. That's okay. I don't mind. But the problem is this. You are free to, I mean, you don't really need big crunch theory to consider that constant generation and destruction and again generation and
For the
destruction.
cyclic
Because
universe, you don't need
you
the Big
can
Crunch.
start something called Friedman equation you will see that the in Friedman equation is a basically reduced order model of everything that exists and how it will evolve. Friedman equation has two type of solution. I have said it many times in this room. but allow me to repeat myself. So Friedman equation has two solutions. One is sinusoidal and one is exponential. So theoretically, if you, if you try to virtualize, or if you try to prepare a concept which makes sense of our existence, then it can follow these two paths. One is where it is a sinusoidal periodic function, and one where it is a exponential function. After some time, it will just blow up.
Just
Big
Google
Crunch
cyclic
theory.
cosmology. That's all you gotta do. There's like 10 different hypotheses.
Yeah. That's what I was about to tell him, that Big Crunch theory is just one of the hypotheses, and there is a valid reason why it is not well accepted. It is very hard for, I am not a very good orator. It is very hard for me to explain without a whiteboard or using some equation. But I think you should, you should better look at as Donald often suggests, BBN lambda CDM, or basically lambda CDM theory, which pretty much explains a lot. Which is more consistent than quote unquote Big Crunch theory.
With cyclic cosmology
I think
too.
I think you're missing the point of like what he's trying to do. Am I coming in through? I'm getting a poor connection message. Okay. I think you're misunderstanding what Unity's really doing here, right? Like, he's not trying to postulate a knowledge of cosmology or physics. He's simply pointing out, here's some really beautiful stuff, and I find it to be very awesome and sacred. And that's it.
His math.
That's fine. That's fine. I'm just saying, let's look at like where he seems to be going. He's like just really good storytelling, but it's not really telling us much about what is.
No, I get that. I was merely suggesting that even without going towards that, a separate type of energy thing, he can still